line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up. Finger to the sky and a green light shining bright. The only thing I have in mind is the finish line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. the finish line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up.
Konnichiwa, everyone, and welcome back to PTM Racing TV. And if you're a little confused on why I said Konnichiwa, well, that's because we're in the land of the rising sun. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're here at Motegi, Japan. We are live tonight for the the old school league ARCA series here on the twin ring Motegi Super Speedway oval track. One of 4 configurations here on this very, very interesting, unique track layout and setup. Tonight we're gonna go over our field of drivers here. Right now, let's go over them here starting on the pole tonight. That is the number 88 of Mark Cook. To his outside, the last week's feature winner Tyler Hunt in that 20. Row number 2 is going to be Kyle Milliken in the 42, and his outside Nicholas Wilson in the 53. Row number 3, Kyle Hanna in the 4, and his outside Matty Watkins in the 99. Row number 4, and I promise I say his name right this time, Byron Bartlett in the 7, and his outside that's Justin Cope in the 9. Row number 5, Mark Sukosi in the number 8, and his outside, David Castelli in the number 24. Row number 6, Brian W. Wiggins in that number 5, and his outside, Dustin Holsworth in the number 1. Starting shotgun on our field tonight, that's James K. Miller in the 18, is outside, that's Kyle McFadden in the number 32. A whole set of a lineup here. ARCA cars at their best, at their finest, customized setups to their unique displays. 14 drivers locked and loaded with us here tonight. It looks like though McFadden is not going to make the call. That is what we're getting word of right now. So real quick in the comments section, just want to say thank you to Tyler Colmer, Bill Dehan. We're working through everybody here. Mike Kruger. And I want to thank all you guys for tuning in, and thanks everybody at home as well for tuning in to watch these guys go at it here on this very unique style track. Now granted, even though it's a super speedway, most people know what a super speedway is. This is something different. This is a very unique setup. It's a 1.549 mile track we're going to go over our track tech talk here about that exactly. So, real quick, it's a 1.54 mile long track. Bankings in the turns are 10 degrees. Okay, that doesn't sound so bad. So what makes this track so unique? Well, the fact is we're literally in Motegi, Japan. This is actually one of 4 track setups in this entire arena. Basically, there is a super speedway, which is the oval track we see today. There is the Grand Prix. Then you got the medium size version, and then the small version of the road course. But tonight, these guys and going at it here on the oval, looking to get themselves something here, and something here for a big win. And we're getting word right now, real quick, in the comment section from Tyler Hunt. We're gonna let us know we will be doing a formation lap for Mike Castelli. He was the father of David and just passed. The race is also in his honor. My goodness, folks, I was not aware of that. I do know tonight the race is the Mike Castelli Special 250 presented by Affordable SEO. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take a moment of silence in honor of Mr. Mike Castelli. And it looks like drivers are all set there. We had our eye on David Castelli running with a heavy heart, but a foot full of pedal here tonight. Will he be able to put in victory lane for his dad here tonight? Let's find out. Here we go. Green flag is high in the air this time around for the ARCA series. Back down low or immediately they'll go to the bottom line. The 88 and Mark Cook will run that bottom to his fullest. The bottom line and the middle line seem to be the key factor to winning on this track. And early on, he's doing a great job holding his own. But now he's got company. Here comes Tyler Hunt in the 20 Home Depot machine. Tyler Hunt immediately on the attack, on the offensive. Works them down the back straightaway. They'll go down to 3 and 4. Working them on in. Nicholas Wilson making his move around Tyler Hunt there in the 88. Hunt opens the door wide open for him, and Nicholas was so happy, was nice enough to say, all right, I'll come right on in, sir. Works them on in down the front straightaway here. Lap 3 coming up here for these guys. Here comes the number 42, Kyle Milliken. Milliken now works them on in, down out of turn 1, going into turn 2, makes his pass around the 88 there. Mark Cook, your race was your number 1 seat going in. And unfortunately, this is not looking too good for him early. Looks like he's just trying to back the corners up a little more and let something go here. But right now, he's currently just kind of backing off and letting everyone get around him here early on. I gotta wonder, is there something wrong with the car, or is maybe something else is going through his mind? Work them on down the front straightaway here. They'll make that treacherous turn 1 going into turn 2. This track, a unique layout. Even though it's a 10-degree banking, the turns are not shaped the same. If you know what Darlington looks like, think of that on this track. You got one area that's tighter than the other, and then you got one that's a wider gap than the other. Difference is you're still trying to hit the bottom line on both ends, but unlike Darlington, where you on the turn 3 and 4, you can work them up to the high side. Here, you don't necessarily want to do that. You want to stay as low as you can and apex off the bottom straight into turn 1 or out of turn 4 and out of turn 2 down on the straightaways. And that's exactly what they're doing right now. Tyler Hunt immediately still on the gun. Still immediately leading it out. But the 88 now kind of work them on in. Mark not giving up just yet. He'll try to see if he can get something going here and get something working here. In the back of the pack, the young David Castelli, the 24 St. Louis Cardinals machine, running for all it's worth tonight, running for everything in his heart. I know what it's like to drive with a heavy heart, man. It's not right, but it's not fair. Use that motivation to your advantage and use it to your most finest of equipment. Right now, he currently is in the later half of the back of the pack here, but he is working them on up, down, out of turn 1. They're going to turn 2. He's going to try to get up there with Justin Cope. Battle for 7th here. We have Mrs. and Mr. Castelli's mom and dad in here. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope we can give you a good broadcast, and we hope that we are here for you and your family here tonight. Whoa, a little bit high up there goes Castelli though. Running the high line a little bit more deep than I thought there. I was not going to say you want to go there, but it looked like he was going for it. They work him on down here. Here comes Brian W. Wiggins now going to challenge that number 7 of Brian Bartlett. Brian Bartlett going down low, trying to hold his own here, trying to stay away there. Brian W. Wiggins holds the bottom line away. Here comes down the run. Here comes that run on the backstretch. Brian Wiggins getting that Quaker State. Number 5 immediately around the BB Racing machine of Byron Bartlett. Here comes some more company though. Here comes that number 8 in the affordable SCO machine. He's working it on in. Mark Sakosi. I said his name right this time. I swear I wouldn't mess it up. So Mark Sakosi right now getting everything he can down on the front stretch. He'll work him on in down turn 1, going to turn 2. Still trying to get around Byron Bartlett there, but Bartlett holding his own early. You're not going to see a lot of passing here, folks. These guys are going to really be trying to work their way on in, trying to get the cars set in and feel free immediately. The tires here are known to burn up quite frequently and quite hard. So the biggest key factor to them tonight is maintaining stability, maintaining balance, and making sure that they don't overdo it and over throttle their own vehicles. Working them on in now. You can see that number 4 there. Working them on in. Kyle Hanna there. Trying to get something going as well. He's looking to go up there and challenge up with the 42 of Kyle Milliken. Milliken still, though, on the backstretch. He has got the run. The Pumpkin Spice Ramen number 4, though. He's saying otherwise. He's looking to get a little bit of the spicy He's trying to get some spicy wasabi in there, trying to really work them on in. I don't know how I forgot what the heck their spicy food is around here, but not bad. Here's another camera angle here as they work them on down now. Turn 1, they'll go into turn 2 here. This track's so unique. It's pretty much out almost in the middle of nowhere. And the fact that we're running on mainly a used Grand Prix track, it's very interesting to say the least that we got something going here for these ARCA series here, because you usually would associate them with the American series, but nope. Around here, any car is legal, and anything is really, if it runs, it'll run, and it'll work fine on here. So far, the ARCA cars are holding their own here and keeping themselves stable, as we're now branching into the 15 lap markers here as we get them on down. Kyle Milliken still, though, holding off. That number 4 of Kyle Hanna. Kyle Hanna, though, not too far off, getting a little bit of that draft here. If there's one way I really had to explain this track, I'd say it's kind of a mix between Darlington and Indy. I'd say like if the Indianapolis Indy Series had a baby and it was with Darlington, like this is what it would turn out to be. I know it's not the best analogy, but like that's the way I would see it being happen. Look at this now, back in the back here. Here comes David Castelli now doing a little bit of a battle here with it looks to be the number 9 there. The 9 of Justin Cope, giving him the inside room. Now here comes Mark trying to work him on in, trying to get something going here. Working their way on in still. Battle is up for that up for scraps here. They're still working them in. David, I try to keep his line, trying to hold off that 9 of Justin Cope. Cope not giving him any room though. He's saying, I'm trying to make my way up to the front, man. Come on, let's go. But right now, he's going to try to have to find a way around that St. Louis Cardinals number 24 here, because right now he is not getting around him anytime soon. We work him on back up front. Sounds like we got ourselves a third place change here, as Kyle Milliken has been passed by the number 4 there of Kyle Hanna. Kyle Hanna managing to work his way around there and get the position off of him. We'll go to the PTM instant replay here in a minute as soon as these guys are done battling with each other and see how exactly he made that pass. But right now, Kyle Milliken is going to have to find his way around Kyle Hanna, because Kyle Hanna has overtaken for third, working his way up. He's getting ever so slightly and closer to Nicholas Wilson and Tyler Hunt here. So let's go back to the replay here and take a look and see exactly what made the pass work here for Mr. Kyle Hanna. Here's the replay here for you. So look at this. Kyle Hanna actually decides to get a little draft going, tries to bring it straight down low, and takes away Milliken's line there, down on the bottom out of turn 1 and 2. Apexed it beautifully there. The side draft coming more into the play of Kyle Hanna, because he's able to hold his own there and steal it away from Milliken. Milliken just didn't quite have enough time there to get back into position. And that was the PTM Racing TV instant replay. Boy, that was a mouthful. But back to the race here, though. Right now, it looks like lap cars are starting to get up on these guys. Tyler Hunt has already passed up the 53 there. 53 being driven here tonight. We don't have a number on him. Oh, that's Nicholas Wilson. Sorry. Yeah, he wasn't a lap down. He's in second place. What am I talking about? Currently, these two right now are going back and trying to battle with one another. Lap cars are up here, though. You got the 18. That is being manned tonight by James K. Miller right now. Not looking to be the strongest out there, but he may be saving something. He may be trying to lure these guys in and sneak one on them. Tyler Hunt, though, right now, that Home Depot Chevrolet, he's really making a monkey out of everybody here. Moving them on back down. Here we go. Still battle between Castelli and Cope. Cope giving it everything he can here, trying to get around Castelli. Castelli giving it all he's got, though. Works them on down the back stretch, down turn 3. They go into turn 4. The Trump 2020 number 9 of Cope, trying to stay away from that St. Louis Cardinals 24 of Castelli. If there's one thing I know, though, is that when the Cardinals get going, they can't be stopped. Just like when they won the World Series not too long ago. Right now, though, if he's going to get himself into the World Series picture, he's going to have to start finding some time and finding some lines here, because this track right now is not being too generous at giving him some passes, because Cope has overtaken him and now starting to run away a little bit in that 7th spot. Like we said earlier, folks, you're not going to see a lot of battling necessarily off the start. You're mainly going to see these guys working their way on in, trying to get cars settled in and kind of really find a line that they can stick with. I will tell you right now, pit strategy is going to be the biggest key factor here tonight for these drivers. And the reason why I say that is because the fact is that they only are allowed so many instant repairs, and they're only allowed to do so many wedges and differences to their tires here, because the fact the track is so tight and so unique that, yeah, they can adjust whatever they want in the pit road, but when you get on track, it could be a completely different feel if you're not careful. That's why these guys are being so potent and very careful on where exactly they're hitting their marks at, as Nicholas Wilson, the pumpkin spice sushi machine, trying to get something going here. I believe teammates there with Kyle Hanna, and Kyle Hanna is not too far off from one another. I got to believe they're wanting to dethrone Tyler Hunt here tonight. It would be only the second time, I believe, this season that Tyler Hunt would not have won a race. He currently is the points leader and has been an absolute dominant force throughout the entire series and throughout the entire racing series for these ARCA guys. Nonetheless, it is early and 20 laps down. We're just getting started. And they work them on in. Nicholas Wilson still trying to get something to go a little bit, trying to get Clover so slightly up onto the draft of Tyler Hunt. Let's go on board here with Nicholas Wilson. I want you guys to pay very, very close attention to how often they will get off the gas, how they'll have to pedal it, throttle it, feather it, and then right as they finally get to that exit, they're able to really bring it in and really start to make it forceful. And right now, Nicholas Wilson actually, he's doing a pretty good job at that because he's actually starting to run down Tyler Hunt here. Tyler Hunt, if he's not careful, he might have company here in a minute, but he's got to find a way around James K. Miller in that 18. James doesn't realize he's right behind him. Crew chief just told him, man, they're right behind you, dude. What do you give him some room? Right now, though, that will give Hunter the Hunt. Tyler on the Hunt. He's got something going here. He's going to make his way around the 18 there perfectly out of turn 2. And down the back straightaway, he has Wilson right in his rear view. But Wilson, if he can get the draft off of Miller, he'll get something there going. He might be able to get something a little bit more if doors land here. Kel Tosker, I'm going to say her name wrong. I'm just going to call you Kel. Kel, I'm not sure exactly what we're looking at for the pit window and the lap for these lap cars. We'll give you a little insider info here in just a minute once we get a PTM instant replay up. But right now, we're just kind of working them on in, getting everything situated out here. As Nicholas Wilson currently trying to get his teammate Kyle Hanna to help him out here and get something going. Sporting the pumpkin spice ramen and sushi wrapped cars here tonight in honor of the fact that we are in Motegi, Japan. Whoa, a little bit of trouble there for Kyle Hanna getting around there. James K. Miller. Miller up, not quite getting out of the way, quite there. And it looked like Hanna had a huge run there, but about overdid his turn there and might have lost a lot of ground there. We'll say the least here. We'll see if he can get it back going here. He'll work him on in. He's going to try to bring it down low yet again here. Not quite able to get it just yet. We'll see how well that plays out. Meanwhile, back in the back here, here comes the 42 trying to take on. Looks like the Superflow machine. That is being manned there tonight by the 99 of Matty Watkins. Matty Watkins right now trying to do everything he can to keep Milliken away from him. But Milliken, he's a little stubborn, is he not? He's trying to work. He's working his way on down that back straightaway here. He'll try to get some drafting going here. See if maybe he's able to get a little bit more of a push and get something going here as he works that Martini number 42 up to the Superflow 99 of Matty Watkins. They work him on down the front straightaway here, and still everybody in position, everyone in contention to try to get around one another. Mark Cook now in that 88, finally getting some lap time back here. Started in the back, pushing it forward. I think right now he actually was saving a little bit more to help him out here. Dustin Holsworth right now in the 12th spot. We got some fans rooting him on right now in the comments section. We'll see if that's going to play out for him here, if he's able to get something going. Meanwhile, back up front, Hunt is being challenged. He is the one being hunted. It's Nicholas Wilson in the 53 pumpkin spice ramen sushi machine. They work him on down, trying to come down out of turn 1. They go back down in turn 2, and it's still a sizable lead to Hunt, but Wilson is slowly but surely closing the gap, only about a half a second away. Those drafts are helping him here. Unfortunately, though, Hunt's got him on the turns, to say the least here. I'm not sure what kind of superchargers and what kind of wedges he puts in that thing, but he seems to just know how to run each and every time out on these tracks. It's ridiculous, to say the least. But that's just something you got to respect and you understand about Tyler Hunt. He's a hard-throwing driver who knows how to run them every time out. So that's what it's all about for him. He's all about trying to get ahead of everyone another and trying to get that run going that he so needs. As right now you got a 3-car battle up for 4th here. 4th up grabs between the 99 of Matty Watkins, the number 42 of Kyle Milliken, and that 88 of Mark Cook there. 3 drivers battling back and forth with one another, trying to get something going here. I got to believe the fuel window tonight is going to be around 35, 45 laps, I would presume, considering we're running a 167 lap course. Work him on Indo. Look at this. Mark Cook now going to go up there and challenge the Martini 42. Side by side they go down. Caution's coming out. Caution is out. We've got one up on the bank. That's Brian W. Wiggins. Something not going right for him. We're going to the PTM instant replay, and while I'm at it, I did promise I'd tell you what the fuel window is going to be. And I do not have anything on that, unfortunately. So that is a bummer. Let's go ahead back to the replay, though. We're going to get everything situated out and see what happened to Wiggins here. We're going on board here with him. Sorry for the delay there. We were trying to figure out what the fuel window was for these guys and couldn't quite get that done. So let's go ahead and take a look down here at the number 5 of Brian W. Wiggins and see what happened exactly with the quicker state number 5. Seemed like everything was okay there. Everything was working fine. Then looked like maybe he just got a little too hard on the throttle going in turn. Let's see it. Right there, folks. He got right up into the apron. Oh, man. Front end took a huge lick, and he had nowhere to go and absolutely took a beating in that one. That is not what you want to do in this case, and we're going to go on board here and show you exactly just how hard he hit. Something gone wrong completely. The car completely losing control and everything, all sorts of shit shaped up and out of the road here. He is okay. He's getting the car repaired right now, so we'll get him back on the track here shortly. But yeah, not sure exactly what happened there for Mr. Wiggins, but we'll see if he's able to get everything situated out and fixed up there. But he definitely lost power and lost control of his steering there. And there's not much you can do there in that case. So it is early though, folks. But as we bring the cars down into pit road, we're going to shoot down to our commercial break. Well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's race is sponsored and powered by Affordable SEO. What's that? Well, let me tell you all about Affordable SEO. It's time to outrank your competition online, because Affordable SEO and Marketing is a full-service SEO and digital marketing agency. Their agency is committed to helping small businesses by increasing their online traffic and getting them the leads to help their company grow. Get your company to rank #1 on the biggest search engines like Google, Bing, and Yahoo. Call the search engine optimization experts at 315-753-8000. Again, call them at search engine optimization experts at 315-753-8000. The services providing web design, pay-per-click advertising, logo design, business cards, shirts, hats, pens, candy, etc. It's time you outrank your competition online today. Did I say that just how they wanted it? All jokes aside, Affordable SEO is your main sponsor here tonight for tonight's race. And of course, as we mentioned before, tonight's race is the Mike Castelli Special 250 presented by Affordable SEO at Twin Ring Motegi in Motegi, Japan. We'll get some Motegi and Japan fun facts here in a minute. But again, folks, don't like going to be a heavy downer, but right now, the racing world has lost a good friend in David and Mr. Mike Castelli. His son David Castelli out on the track here tonight. The St. Louis Cardinals number 24 Chevrolet machine, running as good as he can and as hard as he can here tonight for his family, for his friends, his father, of course. All of them here tonight are giving it their all, but there's just a little bit more going for David Castelli here. And as we mentioned before, our race leader right now is that number 20 of Tyler Hunt. Tyler Hunt has just been an absolute madman to beat when it comes to running on these tracks and running these guys out on the field. You could say he's pretty much the mogul of them all, because he just keeps banking the money and taking it from everyone with no questions asked. But it is going to be something here tonight if we're going to see if maybe he's able to hold out here and maybe to get something going for the later run, because as you see, Nicholas Wilson, he was catching up to him there quite a bit. He was really starting to make something go. So it's hard to say, but maybe the pumpkin spice sushi ramen machine of Nicholas Wilson, or even that 99 of Manny Watkins has got something for him. And then of course, #1 qualifier Mark Cook. You never know with him. But before we get back to green flag racing here, we're going to go one more time around before we get to the one to go. So why don't we dive in to this very unique cultural fun facts? Well, as we mentioned before here tonight, we're in Motegi, Japan. It's a small town located in, I'm going to say it wrong, but Tochigi Prefecture, Japan. As of August 1st, 2020, when they were doing research here, there is an estimated population of 11,777 people in about 4,503 households. If you're wondering what that average rounds up to, it's about 2.6 people in a house. This track is one of 4, this being the Super Speedway oval style track, but there is the Grand Prix, the medium road course, and the smaller road course, also configured into the iRacing setup as well into the track itself for these guys. They are running the Super Speedway as mentioned before. The construction costs on the Motegi on here at the Twin Ring Motegi is about 5 billion yen, which if you want to translate that to US dollars, that's about $44,783,000 in total. And if you really want to get into Canadian territory, that's roughly about $70 to $75 million. So thank you to our 3 or 4 Canadians that watch us here. And then as I mentioned, yep, the track's 4 different styles of racing in its facility. The Super Speedway, Grand Prix, Medium Road Course, Small Road Course. As we get the 1 to go this time around, we'll see how these drivers handled the Super Speedway difficulties and track conditions. Everything's going to be all situated out for these guys, and they'll get everything all re-racked, restacked, and all that. They're all after that man right though, Tyler Hunt, and that number 20, who apparently, if I'm going off the comment section, has free beer if you can catch him. So I guess if Nicholas Wilson gets ahead of him, or if anyone else running that sushi machine gets ahead, I think there's going to be free sushi on the house for anybody here tonight. So just a heads up. We'll get more into the fun facts later, but right now it's time to go green flag racing yet again here. 167 laps to the distance here. Completed about 20 here as we get ready to go green flag racing this time by. All these drivers want it bad. We mentioned who wants it a little more, and we've mentioned earlier, these guys will give it everything they have if it means getting up to the front spot here tonight. All right, pace car will come off the track. It is time to bring these Chevrolet Impalas to life one more time around. Green flags high in the air. Tyler Hunt immediately on the gas as soon as that pace car got off. Back down turn 1. We're actually about 35. We're actually almost 35 laps into this. I don't know why I said 20 laps. 34 of 167 in this one here complete. As they work them on in, Tyler Hunt working that pit strategy in to his advantage here. He's got the early advantage and the early lead as they work him on down the back straightaway. Right behind him, Mark Cook going to do battle there with Milliken. Milliken trying to steal the inside line away from Mark Cook. Cook immediately trying to hold him off and back him off there as they work him on down now to turn 4. Oh, look right behind him though. We've got company. Here comes the other ramen sushi pumpkin spice machine. That's the number 4 of Kyle Hanna. Kyle Hanna works the inside line there of Milliken. Milliken trying to hold him off, trying to get the side drive to help him give a little bit of a boost. But when you're down low like that and you apex off that turn, you get much more of a run there, and that opened up the door. Wait a minute! Tyler Hunt! Something has gone wrong with the Home Depot number 20 machine. What on earth? Tyler Hunt off pace, off the track for just a minute. Something gone horribly wrong there for him. That has opened up the door to Nicholas Wilson now. Wilson is your race leader. As David Castelli getting a little bit loose there, a little sideways down the front straightaway. He's able to get it situated out and taken care of. But man, I got to go back and find out what happened there with Tyler Hunt. Let's go to the PTM instant replay and find out exactly what happened to Tyler. Something going horribly wrong here. Let's take a look here. Oh, right there, folks. He got loose out of turn 2. He overdrove it. I saw the left front tire get a little bit squirrely there as he was going off exit, and that just got him loose and sideways all around. And you heard it live here right now, folks, from the chat. Apparently, it's free beer for everyone tonight. Well, we'll see about that right now because the free beer is for later. Right now, though, Nicholas Wilson's the only thing he's got on his mind is hitting up that buffet table and eating up a whole thing of sushi. With a win here tonight, he's going to try to hold off Matty Watkins, that 99, though. He's starting to slowly but surely make that Superflow 99 right up into his grill here. Work them on down now. Turn 4. Here they come. Nicholas Wilson still with the advantage, the lead. Matty Watkins, though, is not too far behind him. And Tyler Hunt back on pace, back on track. He's currently in 6th right now. Try to make up for that mistake he made on turn 4. That was shocking to say the least. You never really see him make mistakes, and he made a bobble there that cost him dearly. But that's what we say in racing. You can't get cocky, and you can't be overconfident anytime out on the track, because this racing will humble you quicker than you know it. But Hunt says, I really don't care what you're saying right now in the booth, sir. I'm gunning up to these guys. I'm going to fight him back there. He makes his way around Kyle Milliken for 5th. Back down out of turn 4 here. Here he comes. Tyler Hunt still working the Home Depot number 20. Back up to the front, trying to get something going here. Trying to get some serious momentum to carry back on to get these guys through here. This is the first time ever in PTM Racing TV history we have ever brought to you Twin Rings Motegi, Japan's Super Speedway. What a unique layout. What a unique setup here. I'll be honest with you. If we were able to get the if we were able to get super cars here, like the Cup cars, I think we'd definitely be in for a treat as we work them on down now. Here comes Matt Watkins, though. Matty Watkins getting a serious run there on the front stretch. Managed to get around Nicholas Wilson. Wilson almost into Matty Watkins there. Side by side, they carry it down. Coming down out of turn 1. Watkins will have the advantage and is overtaken for the lead. We work him on down now, back down turn 2. Still Watkins with the early advantage and that lead there. He's starting to work him in. Mark Cook right behind him here. 40 laps completed with about 128 left to go in this one. Mark Cook is trying to sneak his way in there. He's trying to sneak his way around the island of Nicholas Wilson, because Wilson right now is trying to hold his own and trying to keep him stable here. Tyler Hunt on that 20, he's starting to get some serious momentum and really starting to get some serious push there. He's trying to get around Kyle Hanna in that 4 there. Trying to pull the outside line down to the bottom line. He's actually getting something going here, trying to get a bit of a run there out of turn 2. Not quite able to get it this time by. Still side by side. Now Milliken's going to open up the door to this. He says, let the floodgates be released. I want around both y'all here. He wants the daily double, but if he's going to do it now, he's going to try to find a way around Hunt, because Hunt just made the pass. No, Kyle Hanna on the 4 still has the line there and still has the momentum out of on the 4th spot. That's not going to be enough, though, because Tyler Hunt now has finally gained his momentum back. He's got the draft off Mark Cook. He's going to work him on in for 4th. Kyle Hanna will fall back into 5th with Kyle Milliken right behind him. Mark Sikosi right now working him on in the 7th slot. Mark Sikosi, last time out, he was not able to quite get the run that we thought he was going to be able to do and get something going there. Brian W. Wiggins has now gotten 2 laps down here. Something not going right for that Quaker State number 5. Hard to tell exactly what has gone wrong with him, but it unfortunately has cost him precious time and points. They're tough break here for him. Last time out, he was battling his way through all competitors and all newcomers, and it was a tough road to say the least here. But nonetheless, these guys going back and forth, trying to run their line, trying to run their position in here. Not a lot of give, not a lot of way to give out this time. Tyler Hunt getting further and further away from Milliken and Hanna. But they will try to work them on down turn 3 and go into 4, try to get something of the draft going here. Hanna, though, I gotta say, he's getting higher and higher on the track. Unless that's a strategy to try to conserve tires, I don't think that's a very smart strategy in all honesty, because right now he's opening up the door more and more for Milliken as we're going to go on board here with Mark Cook. Or excuse me, we're on board with Nicholas Wilson. Producer's not telling me. Oh, it says Mark Cook, sorry. I guess the producers were right, but nonetheless, you can see right here how tight they're getting closer and closer to that white line, trying to hold their own. But you've seen earlier, if you dare touch that line and go below the apron, be ready for a ride, because you're going to have one for you coming. Working them on in. Look at this now. Battle for the lead yet again. Here comes Nicholas Wilson trying to challenge there with Matty Watkins. Watkins trying to hold his own on the bottom. He knows he can't overdrive it, though, because he'll do a Tyler Hunt from earlier. And Hunt's not too far off from these guys now. They work him on in. Nicholas Wilson trying to get the pumpkin spice sushi ramen machine up in to the top spot around Manny Watkins in the super float. 99. Work them on down the front straightaway here still. You can see Wilson giving it a run, giving it something here for Cook. But Cook, oh, caution's coming out yet again here, folks. Oh, no, trouble for David Castelli. He has spun out on the front stretch. Whoa, look out there. Got to be careful there. The 7 of Byron Bartlett. Thankfully staying out of the way there, but let's go ahead and take a look. See what happened to David Castelli. Looks like it might have just been on him, unfortunately. Tough break for the youngster and the driver there. Let's see here. He was going to work his way on in. He had some company there. Mark Sukosi was trying to hold his own right there at turn 4. Turn 2 bit earlier. Now it's turn 4's turn. Ooh, barely holding on. And looks like not too much damage there on the 24 machine. We'll give you another look here. No damage appears to be on the machine, so everything is okay. Steering looks alright. Everything looks okay there. We'll bring them back around and get all situated out. So if anyone's probably not wanting to see that right about now, I guarantee it's the 2 drivers up front with who's right behind them. Matty Watkins able to hold his own. Nicholas Wilson as well, able to pull off quite the show and quite his ability here to stick with these guys and stick into position. But we will go into pit lane here and we'll see how pit road decides their fate. Will Tyler Hunt be able to get out before these guys here? Because if he is, I gotta believe that will be much harder to pass him, knowing that he will probably not make that same mistake twice. As we're just 1/4 the way in, almost near. We'll get near the halfway point here shortly. Lot of time, lot of positions to be had for these drivers. A murderer's row of drivers right behind you there. Over 13 drivers in the running tonight. And right off that restart, it looks like it's going to go in D2, the 99, and Mark Cook is going to fall in 3rd, keeping Tyler Hunt in the back, and I got to believe that's probably not going to make Hunt very happy. But hey, I mean, a free round of beers on him tonight for that little spin out, so hey, they can't complain, right? I don't know, maybe I can find a beer in a vending machine. I gotta look that up. If you're wondering why did I say that, well, we'll give you a little fun. We're gonna give you some Japanese fun facts here. So here's a little knocker for you. I just mentioned it. There are millions of vending machines for not only food, but they range from liquor to coffee to toys to clothing, and then they literally have out on the streets, and kids can see this, adult toys. Seriously. They have all that stuff in a vending machine, and they have those things as well. That's just crazy. But if you want another crazy fun fact here, these are going to be kind of rapid fire. They're not very big and they're not very much, but when you hear about people getting pushed around and shoved around here in America and people not taking too kindly to it, well, what if I told you could actually get hired to be a pusher on a train? That's right, folks. Literally in Japan, it's a job that you can get hired at to push other people off train systems so that the train system gets going on time and on departure. I know Japan's nuts sometimes, but that is just wild to me. But here's another wild one for you. Did you know there are more pets than children in Japan? Seriously. So for all the adults and all the teenagers out there, there are more pets for them than there are children. And Japan's not a small place, so you want to do the math on that. That's a lot of pets, to say the least. And then here's our little last fun fact here before we go back to green flag racing here. So Japan is made up of 6,582 islands, which makes it an island nation in its diverse culture. The highest point of Japan is Mount Fuji, which stands at 3,776 meters, or for us Americans, 12,388 feet tall. Tokyo is also the largest city, and not only is its capital, but it's the most populated city in the entire world. You heard that right. For all your New Yorks, your California, your San Diegos, your Los Angeleses, Hollywoods, whatever, even Houston, Texas, for all of those, and even Tallahassee, Florida, and all that, for all those capitals, all those states and everything, they do not even compare to the city of Tokyo in population, diversity, and growth. It's the most populated in the entire world. And those are your very Japanese crazy fun facts for you here tonight. So these drivers getting ready to go green flag racing yet here again for the Mike Castelli Special 250. Again presented by Affordable SEO here at the Twin Ring Motegi in Motegi, Japan. Small town just up in the hills here. A lot of wildlife and grass around here. We're going to have you a little on-site view and tell us what exactly we're talking about here. Look to your right if you see a nice little population growth of nice little trees, and so you look to your left, you can see the whole wide open area there that is for not only the Grand Prix track and road course, but it's also just up in the hills there, the village of Motegi itself. That little village we talked about earlier? Yeah, that's where it's at. So these guys are literally driving almost in the middle of nowhere to an extent. But they are still running on a track that, in a way, I would say feels like home, because it is a fast, all-out speed track. Something I think all of us Americans and Canadians and Europeans are quite used to. But nonetheless, beautiful weather out here tonight. About 67 degrees in temperature. Wind's only about 2 degrees to the south, I believe, right now. And the sun's going to start kind of dimming down here just a little bit here in this afternoon weather. But nonetheless, right now, looking to keep his hot streak up and keep his try to get into victory lane finally. That is Matty Watkins in that 99 machine. He will try to keep ahead of Nicholas Wilson, Mark Cook, and last week's feature winner Tyler Hunt, as well as Kyle Milliken there. But in order to do that, these guys are going to have to hold off each and every one of one another, while also dealing with the added pressure of what these guys are running on tonight. Base car is off. We're getting ready to go green flag racing, and Matty Watkins has got a huge jump start. Whoa! One of them not even going there. Looks like Milliken wasn't even off the line there. Kyle Hanna had to back off, and unfortunately he lost a lot of time and momentum because of that. Work them on in. They go right side by side there now. Here comes the number 4 of Kyle Hanna, 2 in battle there with the number 1 of Dustin Holsworth. Holsworth finally getting himself up into contention, trying to get himself some time back from earlier. He looks to challenge that Kyle Hanna and that pumpkin spice ramen machine as they work them on down. You got Byron Bartlett though. Bartlett in that 7 BB racing machine. He's right there in it as well. Wait a minute. Looks like we got trouble there going on. That is the number... Can't quite tell. That is the 4, Kyle Hanna. Kyle Hanna, unfortunately, has gone down pit side. Something not going right for him there. We'll see if he's able to get it fixed up and get such things taken care of here. Brian W. Wiggins a little loose out of turn 2. That opens up the door to David Castelli as he works him on down the back straightaway here. The St. Louis Cardinals versus the Quaker State 5. Trying to get back on Highway 5 is Wiggins, but unfortunately that's not going to do it there. Because out of turn 3 and 4, David Castelli has overtaken for that spot. He now has moved up into the 10th slot. He now looks to challenge Bartlett for the number 9 spot. But Bartlett right now has got his hands full trying to get up there with the number 1 of Dustin Holsworth. Holsworth doing everything he can right now to hold off a tough row of drivers right behind him. It's very unique where these guys are running and very unique how they are running. The fact they are running open setups on tracks that, frankly, you wouldn't even think to run open setups on, like this Motegi track, as well as last time out the Milwaukee Mile. It's just a unique setup and a unique idea, and it really is showing how well these guys are holding out, holding position. But now here comes the lead change. Nicholas Wilson has made the pass around Matty Watkins out of the turn one there, finally getting himself a little bit of a run in a stretch there. But now the more they keep fighting, the more they're going to open up the door for Tyler Hunt there. Tyler Hunt trying to get that inside line away from Watkins. He's successful. Now he'll try to get up to Wilson here out of turn 3 going into 4. Works him on in, down 4. Here comes Hunt, yet back on the attack. He was once the hunted, now he is back to being the hunter. He's getting him working in near on turn 1. They'll go down the turn, and he'll try to catch the draft of Wilson there on the backstretch, just the same way he did it to him earlier here. I gotta believe that early battling there from Watkins and Wilson was not the move that they were planning on doing, because they knew Hunt was right behind him. And when Hunt gets something going, he'll start flooring it. He'll start, if you will, putting the pedal to the metal. And that's exactly what he's doing right now, really getting something going here as they work him on down out of turn 4. Right behind him, though, leaders, though. Now you've got the battle for third. Look at Mark Cook get the run there in the Trump 2020, number 88. He works them on in down turn 1, going to turn 2. He looks to come up and challenge Hunt. He was right that he started on the pole on this beginning of this race. Now he's trying to get back up to the front and reclaim what he feels is his tonight, which is the win and a victory here at Motegi, Japan's Twin Rings Motegi. But back down the back straightaway here, they're starting to fall further and further away from one another because Hunt and Wilson are not leaving each other's side here. Not leaving the draft, not leaving the front bumper or the rear bumper, if you will, for Wilson. As Hunt trying to get that Home Depot number 20 machine right up into spotlight here and up back into victory lane yet again. He won by a handful last time. This time now he says he wants to do it again as they work them on down now turn 4. Tyler Hunt still trying to give it everything he can here, trying to get around Wilson there. Wilson, though, giving it quite the run, giving it something going here. Wilson holding his own, holding stable, holding position here as Hunt tries, and unfortunately right now not able to succeed in passing him out of turn 2 there. But it looks like he's starting to get a huge draft there. Look at this now. Hunt has closed the gap. Now here comes the down swords move. He's going to bring it down straight low to Wilson. Wilson not able to bring it down quick enough. That's opened the door up for Tyler Hunt. Tyler Hunt is going to try to take the race lead, but not yet. Wilson says, not yet. I'm not done. I've got to hold out just a little longer. They work him on down turn 1. They're in turn 2. Side by side they go down turn 1. Hunt trying to get the early advantage, trying to get the side draft to help him. But Wilson with the presence of mind to hold him out. Wilson doing a great job giving Hunt a run for his money, but Hunt knows he's just got to get a little bit more momentum into the entry. If he can get the entry to push a little further, he'll be able to keep his line and keep it away from the Pumpkin Spice Sushi number 53 of Wilson. Wilson, though, the presence of mind to hold the bottom line and hold it away, but now Hunt is going to try to get around him again as they make the lead change once again. It appears Hunt has finally been challenged by a worthy competitor, and his name just so happens to be Nicholas Wilson, as he right now works him on in down turn 2. He's still holding off Hunt. In the back of the pack there, they're still going at it as well. David Castelli working him on in down turn in 8th position right now. He's currently getting closer and closer into position here, trying to work his way on in with these guys. Hunt back down low, though. He sneaks the inside line yet to get away from the 53 of Nicholas Wilson. They get contact, though. Hunt able to save it. What a tremendous save there by Hunt. But he has lost a lot of time there, and that might have just been the kill blow that Wilson was looking for. I'm not sure who got into who there. But, you know, there's only really one way to find out. We got to go to the PTM instant replay and find out exactly what happened with Hunt in them, because that could have been disastrous, but they were able to save it there nonetheless. Here it is, folks. Let's take a close look. It looks to me like Hunt gets into him. He was able to save it. What a save, man. That is some serious work from Hunt. It appeared, though, that when all was said and done, Tyler Hunt did drift up just a little too much, and unfortunately Nicholas Wilson tagging him there. But man, oh man, what a battle between those guys there. What was some serious stuff going on. Kyle Hanna right now and Brian W. Wiggins are battling in their 13th and 12th spot. They'll look to try to get their time back and some lap times back as well, because they're falling further and further back in the pack here, as the 99 and Matty Watkins still trying to hold off. At number 42, a Milliken, and wait a minute. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Oh, Castelli yet again. Same spot, almost same location yet again. And this time, though, I can see damage on that front end. He's got some minor hiccups in that front. It looks like the tires bent in, unfortunately. Let's go to the replay and find out what happened exactly. That is not what you want to see, though, if you're in the Castelli camp tonight. It's hard to see this happen to a guy like David Castelli in the first place, but it just sucks even more that, unfortunately, the track is just not giving him any breaks. In a way, it's almost like what Jimmy Johnson had dealt with at Daytona. Oh, man! He didn't just tap the wall, he smacked it. Oh, my goodness. He's moving around, though, in the car. He seems to be A-okay. But that's going to be some serious damage fixed up on that one. We're going to go on the onboard camera here and show you exactly what it was like for him there. Watch this. Can't quite get it to steer back in. Oh! You can feel that from all the way across the room. That is not something you like to take, much less feel in general. Holy smokes. He is A-okay, though. He's got the car back up and running. He's heading down for pit road here, try to catch up with the leaders. There will be just under 100 laps remaining when we go back to green flag racing. And it would appear we're going to have a driver or two out on the track still. Brian W. Wiggins is going to get his lap back. Kyle Hanna going to do the same. I believe they will go into pit road next time by. You can see Tyler Hunt just trying to hurry up and get in there and get out as soon as he can, because he needs some time back there. Mark Cook just looking at any chance he can get to get back up into the position here. Castelli now pulling in. Tires being taken on all and every one of them. And whoa, that was close there. It looked like maybe Cook was going to beat him out, but no. Nicholas Wilson is your front runner out of pit road. He wins it there. The 42 Milliken will be in contention for third. And then Tyler Hunt falling back into fourth. I got to believe anyone's happy to see a caution. It was probably him. Matty Watkins going to fall back into the pack. And Mark Sikosi will be up in the fifth slot. Or sixth slot, excuse me. Seventh slot, that is the number 9 there. Of Justin Cope. Then right behind him is Byron Bartlett. Bartlett. I keep messing his name up. It's not Bartlett or Bartletta. It's Bartlett. So I do apologize in advance there, Mr. Byron. But nonetheless, currently running up in the 8th slot right now. And then right behind him is the number 1 of Dustin Halsworth. Dustin Halsworth has been just fighting that car all day long and just trying to get himself up into the Raptors here. Now he looks to have a chance here with that late caution coming more into his favor. You can see Castelli all taken care of. He's all bandaged up a little bit in that car, but seemed like the repairs went pretty well and he got it all fixed up nicely. as we work them on down for yet again another set of laps. We're going to go ahead and go back down and have a little word from our sponsor. Tonight's race is brought to you in part by Affordable SEO. Outrank your competition online today with Affordable SEO and Marketing. As a full-service SEO and digital marketing agency, their agency is committed to helping small businesses by increasing their online traffic and getting them the leads to help their company grow. Get your company to rank #1 on the biggest search engines like Google, Bing, and Yahoo. To do all this, call the search engine optimization experts at 315-753-8000 for more information there, as our services provide web design, pay-per-click advertising, logo design, business cards, shirts, hats, pens, candy, etc. It's time you outrank your competition online today with Affordable SEO. And we get back to the track here, back down here in Twin Ring Motegi. Again, everyone at home as well, thank you so much for tuning in. I know we haven't really said much of that tonight, but really we do appreciate you guys tuning in and sticking with us here. We know the track's a little different, and frankly, this is a little bit of a different setup. It's a different setting and all that, and it's definitely showing with these guys, but I can definitely say right now, no one is not laying anything off the table here tonight, considering everything that's gone on in the world and everything that's gone through. Being here in Japan, it's almost like a fresh start for these guys as they look to try to claim the victory here in the land of the rising sun. Currently, though, your race leader is Nicholas Wilson as he works the Pumpkin Spice Sushi number 53 with Mark Cook in the Trump 2020 88 right behind him. The Martini 42 of Kyle Milliken, and then that Home Depot machine of Tyler Hunt in the 20 right behind him. Top 5 rounding out with Matty Watkins in the 99 Superflow machine. Mark Sakosi in that 8 Affordable SEO machine. The number 9 of Justin Cope in the Trump 2020 number 9 as well. Then you got that 7 of Byron Bartlett in the BB Racing machine. The number 1 of Dustin Hallsworth in that 9 in the number 1 machine, 9th currently running. And then you got, of course, you got that old cat right back there, the 18 of James K. Miller. David Castelli in that 24 St. Louis Cardinals machine. And then rounding out your field with Kyle Hanna in the 4, and then Brian W. Wiggins in that 5 machine. As they bring him around once again here, folks. We will finally get the green flag to come out and see how we play this one out to the end here. Alright, we're getting on down the road down, turn 3 going into 4, folks. You know what time it is here. It's time to put the pedal to the metal back here with these old school league boys. Waiting for the green flag, they set him up. Nicholas Wilson puts it to the floorboards. Green flag is out. Off that start on the front straightaway immediately. Nicholas Wilson doing his own, holding his line, trying to keep position away from Mark Cook. Mark Cook will work him on down turn 1. He'll go into turn 2 looking to keep the draft and try to get something to go on the backstretch for him. Tyler Hunt right now currently still in that 4th slot. He's going to work him on in, trying to get up there with Milliken. But Kyle Milliken in that 42 Martini machine ain't going to give him any positions if he can. We work him on in. We're almost at the halfway point here as Nicholas and Cook look to do war here yet again. There comes Mark Sakosi. Mark trying to get something going there on the outside line. That's just going to open up the door to Justin Cope and that number 9 Trump 2020 machine. Work them on down the front straight away. Here we go yet again. They'll come down turn 1. They look to make the maneuver here. Justin Cope and that 9 trying to get around that 8 of Sakosi. But Sakosi, he's resilient. He's strong. He's playing his hand right. just like you can play your cards right with the affordable SEO number 8 machine. He's working them on in, holding the bottom middle line away from Cope. He knows Cope's going to try to pull the slider down low. Not happening here. The slingshot not coming in just yet. They will not slide him down to the bottom and back into the top line as they want. Not yet anyway. As we work them on down turn 1 during turn 2. We've got a good look at the 2020 number 88 of Mark Cook as he works them on in down turn 2. And look at this now. Battle for position in third. Tyler Hunt back at it again. The Home Depot machine of Tyler Hunt has overtaken for third once again. But the more that Mark Cook and Nicholas Wilson battle, the more they're just going to give Hunt a chance to get around him. We work them on down turn 4 down to the front straightaway. They'll now make their way into turn 1. You can see Cook trying to get something going there on the bottom. Waiting for a bobble, if you will, from Nicholas Wilson. But I got to believe, man, that's not going to come so easy from these guys. You got to earn it at this point. Speaking of earning it, look right behind them there. You can see there the 42. A Milliken trying to get back into contention with Hunt there. Hunt opened the door up a little bit on the inside line there. And Milliken starting to see the road, starting to see his position falling into place. He looks to try to overtake him here. Pack stands in the field here tonight. A lot of fans here watching with us here live tonight with these guys as we continue to work them on in here. Mark Cook not giving up so easily to Wilson, but the more they keep battling, the more Hunt's just going to salivate over that pass he's waiting for. We work them on down turn 3. They come back down turn 4. Mark Cook is still trying to get something going here, trying to make a position here, trying to make up a change. But Wilson's like, forget change. We stick to the traditional stuff, sir. Why do you think I got sushi on my car? Still works them on in down turn 4. Turn the other. You can see Wilson still out of turn 2 has a nice size lead over Cook there. Cook being resilient though, resistant. He's not giving out just yet. He's going to keep that draft and wait for the right moment. I would say as soon as you get close to him, try to slingshot it straight down as soon as you can and try to overtake his spot there. But Wilson right now is doing a better job at holding that area and holding his ground up from Cook. Cook trying to do everything he can to stick with it and stick with his position. But the more they keep bobbling, the more they keep making mistakes, the more those tires are just going to burn in more and let Wilson get further and further ahead here. Working him on down the back straightaway here. Wilson still doing everything he can to hold out. Mark Cook still looking for something here, trying to get it into position for the lead. We look towards the back here. And it looks like we got ourselves a little bit of a battle. Whoa, wait a minute. Dustin Holdsworth unfortunately getting a little bit loose there out of turn 3 going into 4. Able to recover nicely there, but man, he lost a lot of time there on that front straightaway. As we work him on down still, you can see how much room there that David Castelli has on Holdsworth. Holdsworth right now trying to stay ahead of Castelli, but Castelli he's a madman right now. He's trying to get everything back into grabs, trying to get in position here to get up there with these guys. We now look back up to the front here. Tyler Hunt, you can see how much of a gap he's starting to close up on the drivers here. Going on board here with Hunt. Remember what I said earlier about it seeming like it was like Indy and Richmond had a love child? Well, that's why. When you go down that straightaway, any of these straightaways, it just gives me that sense of vibe of what Indy was created on. And the turns, to me, just feel like they were a mix of either the way Bristol's set up and the way Richmond and its shape is set up. That's kind of the vibe I get with this track, in all honesty. They work him on down the back straightaway here. Tyler Hunt now working and closing the gap on Cook. Cook, though, not getting any further ahead to Wilson. The more Wilson can get around and get ahead here, I got to believe that's going to open the door up big time here for him and really give him a lot of time and persistence to get away from those heavy hitters right behind him. So far, he's doing a great job holding his own, keeping his line position maintained here. Still, though, Mark Cook not giving up just yet. He's like a bad house guest. He won't go away until you ask him to leave. And right now, Wilson hasn't asked him to leave because he's trying to stay away from him. They work him on in, down turn 3. They'll go into turn 4. Mark Cook giving it everything he has here. Oh, look at this now. A little bit of an opening there for Wilson and Hunt. Wilson getting loose there. He opened up the door for Hunt and Cook. Cook now going down low. He's going to try to make the pass down turn 1. He's just successful there. He'll be successful. Tyler Hunt not too far behind him, though. There they come. Down turn 2. Hunt now really working him on in. A great showing of speed, endurance, and persistence from Hunt and Cook. Cook saw the opening. Wilson opened the door up, and it was like a bad house guest we mentioned earlier. He just led him on in, and he stayed there. Now Cook is your race leader here. We've had 3 or 4 lead changes from different drivers here tonight. And so far, man, oh man, these guys just been absolutely killing it right now with these lap changes. Work him on down turn 2. Mark Cook and that 88 machine still doing everything he can, trying to get something going here. They work him on down turn 3. They got back down turn 4 here. Mark Cook giving it everything he's got, trying to hang with it and hold off Hunt. But Hunt stalking his prey. He sees the opening. He wants it this time by on the front stretch. Watch the draft. Watch that move. He's not going to do it this time. Looks like he's going to wait. He's going to be patient. He's going to be persistent. I got to believe, though, he gets that good draft out of turn 3 and 4. He's going to make the move. Watch carefully. We'll see how much draft he gets here. He's got a full send there. He's got a full draft there. I got to believe the time's coming. Here he goes. He's going down low. He's going to make the move right here. Coming down out of turn 3, going into 4. Cook sees it. He sees what he's trying to do. He's going to try to get back down low and hold him off. He can't over throttle it, though. That's how you got loose like Castelli did earlier. And Tyler Hunt, yet again, is in your race leader. He's holding off Mark, though, on the high line. He's going down low on Cook. Cook not able to get it back there yet. And it's going to open up the door to Tyler Hunt to take the lead yet again. But the battle is now right behind him for second here as Nicholas Wilson and Mark Cook going at it here. Cook trying to get the draft back off of him, and Wilson just trying to find a new line and a new position here. It seems as though the more they keep fighting here, the more they're just going to open up the door for Hunt here. We are now halfway through this one. Halfway through this one here, Mark Cook had the race lead for all about 4 or 5 laps. Nicholas Wilson has a good chunk of that. But Tyler Hunt renewing what he did back in the Milwaukee Mile. He's got a foot full to the pedal. He's got a foot full to the metal. And he is rocking and rolling that machine right now into the leader circle as we're going to work him on down now this time by. We're only going to have about 83 laps remaining in this one. .82 to go now this time by Hunt, still holding his own, holding his position. Wilson giving it everything he can to try to get back up there with him. You can see that draft really started to push in there a little bit. Hunt gave up some room there. Work him on down turn 2 there. Will he be able to get the draft? He's got a good run there. But can he get down low quick enough? No, he can't just yet. He's going to hold off one more lap. He's going to see if maybe he can get a run there on turn 4. Working the inside line on Hunt. Hunt gives him some room there, giving him plenty of time. They're going to go side by side. Hard to believe these guys have let off each other for this one, but you can't say that Hunt's running away from this one because Nicholas Wilson right now is a player and a half right now trying to take him on and take on the race win here tonight at the Twin Ring Motegi. The super speedway version that is for tonight. Although right now if you put them on a road course, I guarantee you'll be making money left and right, but these guys be going back and forth with one another. Work them on back down to front straightaway to turn 1. Wilson sees opening, not able to get it just yet. He was trying to go for it early though. He wants it, you know he does. We're on board here with Wilson. If you see how sideways those cars are, how more bent to the left they are, that's to make sure they get the car set exactly the way they want to really line up the track and line up their positioning. The sway bars and shocks on those things are seriously doing a lot of heavy lifting, the left side and the right side, for a multitude of reasons, but the right side is because they're really burning their tires. And speaking of the right side, Tyler Hood opens up that right side and gets it into the inside. He's not able to get it back though. Wilson now shows him the way, just like the Mandalorian now coming October 30th. Tyler Hunt has now lost his lead as Nicholas Wilson says, I will show you the way. He has spoken. And Hunt's like, I don't care. I got Baby Yoda in my car. I'll use the force and pull it forward here on him. They work him down out of turn 4. Still side by side between these drivers. Nobody giving an inch. No one giving a cent to one another as the old school league guys, ARCA series, are bringing it to you. Mark Cook finally now back in the hunt. He's trying to challenge Tyler Hunt. Hunt and him will go side by side as they work them on down turn 2. They're still in it to win it here. Tyler Hunt doing everything he can to hold off not only Wilson and stick with him, but he's also trying to hold off Cook there. Mark Cook's not giving him any breathing room, to say the least. Just like in the polls, he's looking to really work his way on in and show him he has all the polls in his favor this season as they work him on down the front straightaway here. Mark trying to get another pole out and try to roll his way in here. But I don't think you're supposed to be camping in Japan there, Mr. Cook. Nice idea, though. Just bad timing. Meanwhile, back right behind him, the number in the 4th slot, you got in the 99 there. Going at it there with Killican. Watkins and Killican back trying to get into each other here and trying to get in a position to try to work around one another. But right now, you've seen the times, you've seen the lap pace right now. It's been mostly up front that we've seen the battles go on. But in the back of the pack, you've seen quite a bit of other things go on as well. Up high though, whoa. James K. Miller getting a little bit loose there on a turn 4. He's able to bring it back down. As we get a good on board here of the quicker state, Brian W. Wiggins here. He works them on in down turn 1. You can see where the line is and where that black spot is kind of just form up. That's when they get a little slicker, so you got to really maintain position on those lines and maintain positions on the track. As you can see right now, Mark Sikosi has just been absolutely holding on to everything he can, everyone. But Nicholas Wilson right now is finally starting to pull away from the leaders here. Mark Cook is battling it out with Tyler Hunt for second here. 75 laps remaining in this one. Not a lot of time to waste, not a lot of time to give. And right now I can guarantee you that they're probably getting a little more burnt up in the tires. They're probably getting a little bit low on fuel. Will we see the very first green flag pit stop tonight? We've only had pit stops off cautions. But now will we see a change here? Will it finally come around? Works them on down turn 3. They go into turn 4 here. Mark Cook is still third place right now, but also right behind him here. You got a battle for 4th here between the Superflow 99. Whoa! Matty Watkins here get a little loose. Goes Kyle Milliken in the 42. Looks like the tires are starting to finally give on those cars. You saw him down the front stretch getting wobbly. Very similar to what happened to David earlier. David unfortunately getting through some trouble and getting through some issue there. But the Castellis are still in it here. They're currently in the top 10 right now in 9th. Milliken, though, he's trying to hold his own there, but he can't quite get that bottom line back. And neither can the 99 of Matty Watkins. Watkins currently, just kind of, in my opinion, he's kind of playing the easy route. He's just kind of playing the easy in, easy out. But, you know, sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. Right now, for the lead-wise, it ain't working because he is far and away way behind that 53 of Nicholas Wilson here. Mark Cook not out of the hunt yet, though. He's still going to try and get something going here. You're on board here with Cook. A little bit of a crank it up scenario there, and we know we're not talking about the lovely Miss Haley Taylor's song, although you definitely should go to Spotify. We'll leave the link down in the description after the race here for her music. That was what we played in the intro here tonight. Still got 13 viewers with us right now, and I believe everyone's just kind of sticking around for the free beer that Tyler Hunt owes right about now. Work them on down the back straightaway here. And it has been quite the show, to say the least, here for Cook, Hunt, Watkins, and Milliken. Everybody behind them has either been fighting for positions in the back or they've just been fighting to survive the track, because the track has just been absolutely tearing them up out there, putting it mildly. But nonetheless, 70 to go. We're still in it here. Working them on in still. Nicholas is your race leader. Mark Cook not too far behind him, though. We'll see if he's able to hold his own and hold himself stable here. Mark Cook currently starting to make up some ground, some time, but also right on our screen right now. That is between Watkins and Milliken. Drove drivers starting to make up the ground, make up for lost time from earlier, as they now work that bottom line in further and further and further in. But the fact they're getting loose to me kind of worries me a little bit, because if they're getting a little bit loose, that could spell disaster for later. Here they come back down now, turn 3. They'll go into turn 4 here. The 42 of Milliken trying, and I mean trying desperately, to get the Martini 42 ahead of that Superflow 99. They're going to run up into traffic here. This is lap traffic coming up. Justin Cope in that 9 Trump 2020 machine. Currently about ready to get passed out here and passed up. Well, who will it be that passes them up first? Will it be the 99 or will it be the 42? Hard to tell here as we work them on down the backstretch. And you can see the pass made around Cope. That will open up the door, though, for Milliken. He sees the inside line, trying to steal it away there from the 99 there. The 99 able to hold his own and hold himself stable here. He can to work that Superflow in there. But the Martini is not quite done. He likes his race shaken, not stirred, sir. But you can see right now they're definitely shaking up a little bit on those turns, because you can see the cars just get more and more wobbly by the minute. The only ones we have yet to see that with is between Mark Cook and Nicholas Wilson, but now even Wilson seems like he's getting a little bit offhand here. I thought it looks like some damage on Dustin, unfortunately, and that is going to spell the trouble some for him there. He's going to pull it down. It's good sportsmanship on his end to stay out of the way there for these drivers. Mark Cook currently up into position, up in the second slot, looking to get from the third to second to first after all the time he's had here tonight. working them on down the front straightaway here. Still not a lot of time left. 65 laps remain. Cook, if you're going to make a move, you might want to start thinking about it now, or you're going to want to really think pit strategy here soon because you're running out of time, sir. These guys have got to be burning up those tires. They've got to be burning up some oil in there as well. The gas, I've got to believe, is also getting near the end here for these drivers. So we'll see if maybe that will play a factor for them in the later part here, as Mark Cook's still trying and unfortunately unsuccessful at getting around him here. Seeing if we could get the same here with Watkins and Milliken. And it looks like trouble there. Looks like I'm trying to figure out where Tyler Hunt went. Tyler Hunt is on the track, but he's fallen a lap short here. I believe he has actually gone into pit road earlier. That was not expected on his end, to say the least here, but I gotta believe that all plays into a strategy here in case another caution is to come out. We'll see how well that plays out for him, though, because right now the Martini 42 and that Superflow 99 are still back and forth with one another. Neither driver wants to give an inch. Neither driver wants to give up anything to anyone here. As they work them on down turn 3, they go back down into turn 4. Watkins with the 3rd spot right now. Milliken's like, I want that back, please. Thank you, sir. But Watkins is like, no, no, no. We do not play those games here, so we will never just give you the lead up that easily. Yeah, bet you want it, you earn it, kid. And right now, I could definitely say that 42 is definitely earning his keep. Milliken giving a heck of a run here, giving it everything he can to hold out for these drivers and hold on to this one. Look at this now, opened up the door there, and I thought Milliken was going to get the run there, but he's going to opt into pit road here. So Watkins will stay on out and keep his position up. This is very interesting strategy here, but the more they keep burning it in, and look at this now, actually a lead change between Mark Cook and Nicholas Wilson. They moved it out of turn 2. We're going to go to the PTM instant replay and find out where the pass came from. And it looks like it's going to come down out of 4 here. Here is your replay. Nicholas opens the door up. Cook, so nice to say, all right, I would like to be invited in, sir. Thank you very much. He comes on down the front straightaway here. Side by side they go. Bottom line's key. Cook says, why not be? It be mine to lead. And he was able to work around Nicholas Wilson there, as Wilson was trying to fight back and get back up into position there. Unfortunately, though, not a lot of time on his end working in his favor. Right now, though, that 20 of Tyler Hunt is working them on in. He's starting desperately to get something figured out here. Trying to hope for a miracle and a prayer, if you will, because he's got to try to fight a way around the whole lap one time. And Cook and Nilsson have yet to pit road here. But their strategy seems to be playing out quite well, to say the least here. We'll see how well it goes down as we work them on in for the last few laps. Back down to the action here. Currently 58 laps to go. Don't worry, folks. We didn't go away. We just had to take a little breather here, get a little drink of water or two. Look at this now. Dustin Holsworth. He's trying to get something going here, trying to get around that 18 of James K. Miller. Miller opens up the inside line but not enough for Holsworth. Holsworth, whoa, look out there. A little bit loose down the bottom. He's able to save it. Nicely done there. Keeps everything going. That number 4 of Kyle Hanna, he's starting to get his time back and some laps back here. Cope and Miller are 2 and 3 laps down, though, unfortunately. And they're running out of time, to say the least here. But the battle is still between Wilson and Cook. But Cook is getting further and further away from Wilson. And Byron Bartlett is actually now in the 3rd slot for the first time this night. He was in the hunt quite a bit last time out at the Milwaukee Mile, but unfortunately wasn't quite able to get the positioning he wanted there, nor was he able to finish the race out in his way. Mark Sikosi there in that 8 affordable SEO machine, driving the sponsor car here tonight, working them on in, down, out of turn 2 there. The Quaker State of Brian W. Wiggins. He's also trying to hold his own here against these guys. And then David Castelli right now having a little bit of company there. Tyler Hunt giving him a little bit of a love tap, if you will. Maybe a little love rub, if you will. I don't know. As he works him on in, he's starting to get his lap back and time back here, though. He's getting further and further into the field and getting ever so closer. As it looks like that is going to be the number 4 of Kyle Hanna. Going into pit road. Byron Bartlett is still out on the track, still holding his own. So is Dustin Holsworth. And James K. Miller in the 18. There you go, a good look at Kyle Milliken, that Martini number 42. Currently the only one that's a lap down. David Castelli is actually right now in the 6th slot, starting to really work his way on up. Hopefully we will be able to see him finish higher than he thinks he has been right now. It would be good to see him, of all people, finally get something here, maybe get a podium finish, but I will not lie, if he wants to, I would actually like to bring him into the chat tonight, whether he finishes win, lose, or draw, or it's podium. Don't matter if he would like to. We'd like to just have a word with him and maybe share some thoughts with him if we could. All up to him and the family, of course, but I think it'd just be something nice to be able to give the family here tonight for him, to be able to hear each other, and in fact, to make sure that they know they're all here and we're all here together for them. If you're just now tuning in or just confused about what we're talking about exactly, well, David's father, Mark Castelli, unfortunately had recently passed away, and we had done a little one lap around the track in honor of his memory. Tonight's race is the Mark Castelli Special 250 in honor of him, presented of course by Affordable SEO, and he has just been firing on all cylinders, to say the least. So, ooh. I was going to say, it looked like Mark Cook was slowing down there, and not quite going to do that just yet. You can see where Tyler Hunt is right now. You can see where the leaders are. They're literally coming down the front straightaway here. Now down turn 1, they'll go into turn 2 here. Still back and forth with one another, still trying to get something going here. Not a lot of breathing room and not a lot of battles necessarily going on here. We got one back here. Looks like that's going to be between Sikosi and Miller. Miller just trying to get back up in there, and Sikosi, well, right now he's just trying to hold on for some points tonight. He's been running hard he's been running hard for the last 2 races we've seen him in. I gotta believe Sikosi's been holding back on us a little bit. I gotta believe sooner or later you'll finally see him get that position and get that run that we know he can get into. But when will the time come? That's going to be the question that only he can answer for us. Because right now, 50 laps to go, I don't see anybody else other than Cook, Wilson, Bartlett, Hunt, and Wiggins in that position to get the win. Judging by the way things have been going and the way track has been for these guys. Still though, my oh my, what a lead Mark Cook has just put on Nicholas Wilson. Almost 4 seconds ahead just going into the turns, and he comes out, he'll have an even bigger lead there. He has saved the tires. He has saved the gas up to full knowledge and perfection. But again, how long will it take? How long can he do it? Oh, I hate doing this, but I gave the broadcaster's curse again. It's James K. Miller, this time in that 18 machine. He spun out around turn 4, so you know what we got to do. We got to go to the PTM Instant Replay. I'm sorry, I did not mean to jinx anybody. I was just talking about the long run, and once again, that old darn broadcaster's curse. I'm sorry, guys. It happens. Let's see what happened with James K. Miller here and see exactly what was the situation here. We know that he had trouble on the right side. Oh, he couldn't even get it to turn. It wouldn't even turn on him. He just jammed it in. Oh, no, right in the wall. Front end just took a huge lick. He was moving around, though. He got the car refired, so we will go ahead and show you the cockpit view. This is him going into the turn. You can see he's trying to save it, He can't get... Look how much he's turned that wheel. He can't even get it to turn in, and it wouldn't go. And then all of a sudden that came around. And you can hear the clinging and the banging around in that machine. Serious damage to that one right there. But nonetheless, he is A-okay. He'll get it down to pit road here, and we will be at the 44 or 43 lap marker left on the track. After all cars have decided to opt into pit road or stay out. It looks like a lot of these guys are going to stay out here. Going to get their lap back, get their time back. Watch carefully, folks. We're going to see who makes it out of pit road here and gets this one. Mark Cook looks like he's got a pretty good position. Tyler Hunt's not even in pit road yet. I think Cook's going to get the win on this one out of pit road. We'll see how it all plays out and see what Tyler Hunt's strategy is. Tyler's on both sides for the guys, and looks like some thing of gas. Wilson trying to get air. Not enough time. It's going to be Cook beating him out just barely, though. And Bartlett actually getting the 3rd spot. So Tyler Hunt will be in the 7th. Or 4th, excuse me. He'll be behind the 7 is what I meant to say. And that might play for interesting strategy here, folks. Times are starting to wind down. Laps are going away. And I can guarantee you that these guys are just simply losing all momentum and all time. But they are looking to still get something going here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, bring him on down the front straightaway here. We are just about ready to get back to Green Flag Racing. We are ready to get these guys back out on the track, finish this one out. The guys you see in front of Mark Cook there, those are lap cars. They're waiting for their lap back here, or the lucky dog, if you will. They're trying to see which one will get the other, or maybe all of them. Mark Cook, your race leader. Nicholas Wilson, 2nd. Byron Bartlett in 3rd. Tyler Hunt in 4th. Brian W. Wiggins, and the 5 is 5th. The 99 of Matty is your 6th spot. Matty Watkins. Some serious trouble going on there for the 18. Looks like he is done for the night. An unfortunate break, to say the least, for him. So that will leave only 12 cars out on the track. This could play interesting, folks. You got to be careful about this. Now, strategy is going to really start to play into their momentum, and they're really going to figure this stuff out. folks. Looks like we're going to get these cars back up and running. Not a lot of time left here. Not a lot of laps that can just kind of blow off or blow over. They've got to start figuring stuff out now, and they got to start figuring out what is the right call and what is the right time to make the maneuver. Because I'll tell you right now, what you're going to see on this restart, I almost can veer into the mines right now. I'll tell you what I see. I believe what they're going to do is you're going to see about 2 or 3 guys up front. They're going to try to get an early jump, but then they're going to try to back off a little bit and kind of let the car settle in, kind of keep it stable there until the later half when those final laps come in. All of a sudden, you're going to see the run really come to be into momentum position territory. And I believe Byron Bartlett is one of those guys that can get it done on that situation. We will see, though. We will see. 1 to go this time by. And we're going to see who exactly is going to be able to work their way on in to victory lane here. This might be the last caution we see here tonight, folks, so we'll see how it all plays out. Right now, Mark Cook is your race leader, though. Alright, folks, we're bringing them on around here. They'll come down turn 3. They'll go into turn 4. And you know what comes next. Oh, yes, yes. We all know what comes next. That means it's time to put the namesake of our name into question. It's time to put the pedal to the metal. For the old school league series here, we're getting down to the final laps. It's make or break time this time by Mark Cook immediately right after the pace car goes down. He flies it in. Green flag flying high in the air. Tyler Hunt, though, making a big move around Byron Bartlett. Bartlett now works them on. Then they'll try to get these cars back up in the wraps. Tyler Hunt immediately trying to jump in and get up there with them. He will work them on down turn 2 here, trying to get around Wilson. Wilson is not going to give him any room to the bottom. He's going to try to defend it. Goes up high, try to get back down low to set the turn up for entry. Tyler Hunt is in the hunt here right now. He's going to try to see if he can get around Wilson here, but Wilson not give him any room here as they work him on down. He's got a pretty good sized distance there on Milliken in that 42 machine, as you see there. Milliken trying to do everything he can to get something going here. Hunt, though, is currently in the hunt, as we mentioned just a second ago, looking for that second place spot, and then finally the first, but right up into the first slot. Nicholas Wilson now getting a little bit of run on Mark Cook. Mark Cook is going to try to hold him off and defend the bottom. He's got to be careful, though. The slightest bit movement down too close to the bottom, and that apron will send you for a ride and send you looser than you want to go. We will work them on down. This is how you do it. You work them on down turn 1, you go into 2. Wilson trying to sneak the bottom. Oh, trouble for Cook. He opened up the door too much, and he got too wide on that one. That's why you got to pace those turns, and unfortunately, that did not go the way he was wanting it. Now look at this, down low goes Hunt. Hunt trying to steal it from Wilson. Wilson, no, he's a feisty one. He's going to keep it on him. Side by side they go down. We've only got 41 laps remaining in this one. Not a lot of time to make mistakes or errors, and Mark Cook made one. So did Wilson, and that opened up the door for Hunt. Hunt, though, is not able to pass Wilson just yet. Wilson doing a tremendous job holding his own here on that middle line. Not a lot of guys been able to hold that line all day, but Wilson has been doing quite that. Hunt, though, now finally getting a bit of a run on the outside there. He works on the inside. They remain side by side this time by. I got to believe he's going to let Hunt go into it. They will indeed. Look at this now. They will get right up into each other's grill. Nowhere to go for Hunt. Nowhere to go for Wilson. Mark Cook has a whole lot of room there, but the more they keep battling, the more they're going to open it up for the 42. Milliken is not far behind these guys, and he is looking to get in this one here still. Work them on down, turn 2 yet again. Wilson still trying to get something off that draft, trying to get some positioning to get up there with Hunt, but Hunt, the ever persistent one, the ever feisty one, if you will, really starting to show why he can hold his own against anybody and everybody. And these ARCA cars may be tough to handle, but he's saying otherwise there, because right now he's making a monkey out of this track. Just continuing pure dominance and pure strength on this track, and currently running it into the ground up. We're 39 laps left in this one, and you can see that now Hunt is starting to slowly but surely pull away from Wilson. Wilson, though, is going to give everything he can, but caution's coming out again. At this time, Justin Cope, the Trump 2020 number 9. Something gone wrong there. Spun out on the backstretch. I believe that's the first time we've seen anyone on the backstretch tonight. We will see, though, the replay here and take a look, and it looks like he had a hard battle there with the 99 there. Looked like Watkins wasn't giving him any room there. And he actually did exactly what Tyler Hunt did earlier. Car got loose and he was spinning around. Thankfully, not too much damage there. Able to maintain position and get it back up in her wraps, but yeah, to say the least there, he definitely got loose off that one. Go to the PTM instant replay on the cockpit view this time, by. You are on board with Mr. Cope. Take a close look. You see how that tire's starting to already give out? The wheel's starting to kind of give. He can feel it. He's trying to back off, trying to save it. But he over-accelerated. And now he's just got to get on the clutch, get on the brake, and hope that he doesn't get too much damage out of that. And a little mini burnout, if you will. I guess one for the other side of the track. We will get them all situated out now. We're ready to go back to lining up a position, and you can already tell these guys are going to be going into pit road ASAP and hoping to God they get something going here. Can Tyler Hunt stay in pit road and keep it there this time? You can see Milliken just revving the motor up. He's ready to get back out there as soon as he can here. We'll see if Cook's able to outlast him here. Looks like he had to back up a little bit there, and he's finally got the tires going. Looks like he overdrove it into pit road, and that cost him precious, and I do mean a precious time. Mark Cook not getting out of pit road until everyone else is. And that has got to be a heartbreaker for him, because now he's got to find a way to get back up with that number 20 of Tyler Hunt, that 53 of Nicholas Wilson, and now the 5 of Brian W. Wiggins. For the first time tonight, he has made it up into the top 3 positioning here, folks. What a Cinderella story this would be for Wiggins. Early troubles with the car, going straight into the wall, causing a massive headache inside that cab. So all of a sudden, he finally comes back around the quicker state number 5 and works his way on up into a podium, maybe even a victory here on this extremely tough to master super speedway oval track. Caution flag still high in the air. They're getting everybody else situated out and ready to go here. So we will continue to work them on in, get them all situated out. Everyone's still tuned in with us and watching with us. Guys, thank you so much. I know it's been a bit of a long race and not a whole lot of action-packed moments, but I can tell you right now that even though you're not seeing a lot of action-packed moments, it's just like the Milwaukee Mile. These guys are fighting and dealing with custom setups and custom builds that even then the track is not wielding an inch to them when it comes to forgiveness or mercy. So the fact that these guys are able to hold out as long as they are and hold in as much as they can, that just goes to show you what these guys are capable of and how good they are holding up with everything at sight. So we're going to bring them around one more time around, I believe, and then we'll finally get the one to go. So I believe we'll be at 33 laps when we get to green flag racing again. Tyler Hunt is your leader. Nicholas Wilson behind, and now Brian W. Wiggins in that 5 now in the 3rd slot for the first time this season. Or not the first time this season. He was in 3rd and 2nd quite a bit last time we saw him. He was really running it, but nonetheless, this 3rd place for the first time tonight in this scenario. Bringing them on around. That pace car will go across the stripes, and that means one thing: get the lap cars out of the way, get the cars ready to go back to green flag racing here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, down to turn 2. Front runners: Hunt, Wilson, Wiggins, Milliken, Watkins. Top 5: Bartlett, Mark Cook, Sikosi, Cope, Miller, rounding out the field. And then here comes David Castelli finally getting back out on the track, getting everything else situated out here. We'll lead him off out of turn 3. We'll lead him into turn 4. And then we're going to let him fire him up and let him rip this time by. Will Tyler Hunt be able to hold off Nicholas Wilson and get the 2nd win in a row here? We're going to find out this time by 33 laps to the distance. We'll see if Hunt's able to hold it out. Down low, Hunt goes immediately. He knows what he's got to do to hold off Wiggins and Wilson. We have yet to see Wiggins up into this position tonight. We know how he can do it at the Milwaukee Mile. We saw it with him there. Now does he have the strength and maneuverability and momentum to finally challenge Hunt and get the win in that he wanted to get so badly last time out? In my opinion, if he's going to do it, he needs to do it before the 20 laps to go marker. Whoa, and going into the wall is not going to help him any, and that's not going to help him any either. Getting loose down out of the wall there, he got it sideways, and he able to bring it back, but that opened up the door to Milliken. Kyle Milliken getting himself a nice little boost up into the 3rd slot, as Wiggins now trying to maintain rhythm and get back in that Quaker State number 5 there. Watkins in the 99 starting to get a little bit of room going. Opened up the door for him. Mark Cook in the 88 Trump 2020 machine. After the disastrous pit road incident, he's finally got the race officials to let him go, and now he's just trying to get some positions back. Byron Bartlett is starting to lose up ground, lose time here as we work him on down. Wilson, you can see how much of a difference that Hunt has on him right now and how far he's got to get ahead. Work them on down. Turn 3 going, turn 2 here. They'll go down their back straightaway. Down, turn 3, they're working in, turn 4, Hunt with 30 to go. He knows what he must do to hold off just a little longer here. He's been hunting, he's been scratching, he's been clawing to get another win in. And right now, I believe this would be win number 2 back-to-back, or at least maybe a duplicate. He might actually have 3 in a row with this time by. We were not with them with the other laps we're starting to run, and they were running their races there. But nonetheless, right now, you can see how much Hunt is just trying to hold off Wilson. And Wilson not playing too finely to those ideas. He's trying to get something going there out of turn 4. Going to get the draft to pile in here. But Milliken as well is now starting to punch his ticket to the dance. He's starting to work him on in and look closer. Ever so slightly, they work him in. Wilson holding off. Hunt trying to push him on in, trying to push in a little bit further here. Try to get something to work there. They work him on down the back straightaway here. As they work him on down now, here they come down turn 4 still. Wilson doing everything they can, and Kruger, I'm not saying anything about what you just said in the comments. Well, I'll let the comment section discuss that as the yellow flag has come out. Whoa! Whoa, my goodness. I'm not sure what happened with Miller there, but something's seriously gone wrong. He is crashed hard. Got some serious damage there. We're going to the replay. We're going to find out exactly what happened here and see what the culprit was to that incident. All cameras focused in on Miller here this time by. Let's show you exactly what happened here. He's already got serious damage on the side from the scrape there. And he's going to work him on here. Whoa! Oh! Holy smokes! The whole wheel just completely caved in. I think he was trying to take it a little tighter. He overdrove it and took it too tight. Holy smokes, he took a huge lick. I believe he is A-OK. He's getting word from our officials down there that were checking in on him. He said he's a little bit woke up from that one, but he is alive at least. Turns it in. Oh, God almighty. You hear the damage on that car. That thing just took a beating and a half, to say the least there. He's in pit road now. Unfortunately, was not able to get the car rerunning there. But he will at least say that he was able to run something that a lot of people don't even know about or even try to run, which of course is this Motegi track. All cars getting out of pit road there, and it looks like the battle for pit road will go to the Martini 42 of Milliken, with Tyler Hunt as usual back up front, taking that spot away. Look at this though. Looked like Dustin Hallsworth in that number 1 is actually going to take over third, but Nicholas Wilson is currently in that third slot. The 99 of Matty Watkins in the night is right behind him. Wiggins going to try to make up for that mistake earlier. And then, of course, Mark Sikosi going to try. And I got something going here as well as they work them on down the front straightaway here. I believe we'll be at 24 laps this time by before we get the green flag to fly out again. Laps are starting to wind down. They're starting to lose a lot more every time out. So maneuvers are going to start really coming far and sooner and quicker. And on the screen it's saying Holsworth has the lead. Wait a minute. Is the Wrangler Chevrolet number 1 going to be able to hold off Tyler Hunt? I know we had some Holsworth fans in the house when we were earlier in the chat. I don't know where you guys are at now, but your boy literally just is in the lead here. But he's got a bad man right behind him that he's going to have to try and hold off. But nonetheless, it appears he's going to be your race leader. And with only a few laps remaining in this one, I got to believe he's definitely going to shoot for the stars here. There they are in the chat. Here they go. Matt Kettler going for go Dusty in the chat. Indeed, sir. It's good to see from you guys again. Good to talk to you again. We'll stay on Dustin in here just until we get to the one to go here. I believe now we're going to go to 24 to 23 laps left, depending on the situation. Let's see how it all plays out. I'm surprised Dustin decided to stay out. I think he's just trusting that that car will be able to hold out as well a little bit more with the strategy here. We will see, though. They'll work him on down the front straightaway as we get ready to close out this race. Okay. Kel Petroskas. I hope I did not butcher your last name there, my friend. Good to see you again. And yeah, like we said before, Dustin Wolzert is still in it. And I like to believe this is going to be the one to go this time by, so that we'll run down your order of drivers in the top 5. Indeed it is. There's the one to go. So your top 5 right now: Holsworth, Hunt, Milliken, Nichols, and Watkins. That is your top 5. Or Nicholas Wilson. I don't know why I called him Nichols. But we got to ask you guys in the chat, who's your pick to win? We know we got some Dustin fans in the house. Seen a few Dustin fans here and there, and it's good to see you guys still coming on in. But Tyler Hunt, man, he's still in it. He's strong. You got to give him credit. He's a tough hombre. He won't give up. But don't forget Al Milligan either. He's been showing up a little bit. And then, of course, Wilson, he has been fighting Hunt all day long. He's actually outpassed him. Outraced him a few times. Will this be the same situation here? We're going to find out. They're going to bring in the green flag here, and only a couple laps remaining in this one before we wrap up the show and call it a night here. Be sure to tune in for the top 3 here as well. We will talk with those guys and see how everything went tonight. Working them on down. Here we go. Green flag, eye in the air. Dustin trying to block early around Hunt, but that's going to cause some serious trouble there. Here comes Wiggins. Holy smokes. Brian Wiggins with the run of the century to the outside line, able to get around not only those guys, but holy smokes, he just gave it. Wow, no! Tyler Hunt out of turn 2 has lost it and has spun out. Caution's coming out. Oh my goodness, that was a wake-up call if I ever saw one. Holy smokes, what on earth just happened? Oh my goodness. Let's go to the replay, find out exactly what happened here. Let's see exactly where everything went wrong for these guys. Let's see what exactly started the whole trend here. Look at Wiggins, man. That is, we're going to go on board with him in a minute, but the presence of mind to make that maneuver the way he did, to get around not only three cars there, he had the daily double and just absolutely stung it around them and just absolutely took it away. Tyler Hunt had his line there, was trying to get it going. He gets right up there with Wiggins, though, and gets right in there, and contact was made and caused the caution to come out after that big hit there. We're going to go on board here now with his perspective on that little lick there. I got to believe he was just trying to hold his line and hold out. This is the restart. Dustin was blocking here, and then Wiggins just snuck right in there. He didn't even give him any room. The extreme motorsports of Wiggins just absolutely tearing it up there. No, Wiggins didn't even touch him. That was all on Hunt. He overdrove it. You can't blame him, but man, he definitely just caused himself some serious headaches there, to say the least. Now, we're going to go on board here with Wiggins, and we're going to show you just what exactly he did to even make the move he did possible. Watch very closely. This is where the green flag restart comes. Holdsworth's trying to hold off. He's trying to hold everybody back, trying to get, Hunt to not get around him immediately. He sees the line there. He has to make the move around the 99 there, Watkins. Then he has to make it around 3, 4, 5 guys to the inside. The fact that he pulled a daily double, a 3-wide salute, and didn't wreck, that is just redonkulous driving on all ends of the spectrum, and that, in my opinion, deserves a lot of credit and respect, to say the least, to Wiggins. What an incredible maneuver he did there. Back on up, though, as we get the cars ready to go yet again. And Wiggins now put back in the 5th slot. Not sure what the call on that's going to stand as. I thought he made a clean pass and a clean run there. May have been just when he got out of the pits there, he wasn't able to quite get his position back that he was looking for. This is going to really cut down the laps yet again and really cut down everything here. But if there's one thing I got to say, Tyler Hunt right now is probably not too big of a happy camper. Getting involved in that one there, and unfortunately, you hate to see it and you hate to do it, but you will make mistakes. It doesn't matter if you're a pro or if you're a rookie or an amateur, for that matter. All drivers will make mistakes, and that honestly just was a mistake. There's nothing you can do about it. But nonetheless, Tyler Hunt will try to get it back in to the spot here that he was in, but he's got a whole murder's row to get around and not many laps left. Matty Watkins, Milliken, Kyle Milligan, Kyle Hanna, and number 53 of Nicholas Wilson. I was told, yeah, in the comments section, Mike Kruger, yeah, look at this. The pumpkin spice sushi, the pumpkin spice ramen. The Beef Boys got it all hanging out here in Japan. They are running it on. Indeed, Kyle Hanna has 0 quit in him. We talked about him last time out. He's a feisty one. He'll come at you when you least expect it. Byron Bartlett holding out still. And then what can we say about this guy? David Castelli. Man, he has just had a lot on this track tonight, and he's still right there with him. Dustin Holzert, he's still as well in there. He has a chance to get something going here. He's got Mark Cook right behind him. Mark earlier, man, was he a fighter and a half. He was really giving these guys something, to say the least. And then Brian W. Wiggins after pit road, not quite getting the pit stop he wanted. Justin Cope still in last place next to Kate Miller. Miller, unfortunately, falling victim to a huge wreck that caused him to have serious damage that put him in the pit road. I don't think he's coming back out because that car was completely trashed and totaled. And I think it ran out of instant repairs for that one. But boy, oh boy, oh boy. Man, who do you choose now? Like, how do you even figure out who's gonna win this one now? This is just a murder's row of talented, young, impressive, experienced drivers. They range from ages, but but what they lack in horsepower, they make up for in strategy compared to the Cup Series and all them. These guys do not give an inch, to say the least. So the one to go finally now initiated. We are under the 20 lap marker. We are almost to the end. And time, as they say, is running out here in the land of the rising sun for all drivers involved tonight. My question is, will there be enough time for somebody to be able to get ahead and get into position? Is there enough time for anyone in that back there to make the run and make the jump up without another caution? These are questions you got to ask yourselves, folks. Is there enough time? And who is going to make time getting up to that front and getting into that final spot? It all comes down to this. I believe this will be the last time we get that caution flag out tonight. Work them on down one more time around. Matty Watkins, Kyle Milligan, Kyle Hanna, Nicholas Wilson, Byron Bartlett. They're all going at it. Here we go. Down the front straightaway. They're back to green flag racing. Back down turn one. Here we go. Matty Watkins still holding his own. Kyle Milligan still in the hunt. Caution's coming out again, though. Whoa, serious trouble there for Tyler Hunt again. He just can't catch a break in that Home Depot machine. Something's still not going right for him here tonight. We're going to have to go back to the PTM instant replay and see exactly what happened this time around. It was turn two that got him. Now the backstretch gets him. He was trying to make a run there. He was trying to get something going here. See if maybe he got into contact with Cope. Oh, yeah, right there, man. He got right in there with Cope, and Cope just spun him. Nowhere to go, and unfortunately, there's not much you can do in that situation to begin with because you're already in a bad, tight spot. But we're going to go on board here and show you exactly what it was like to spin that one around. He's trying to get around. He's trying to make something work. He's trying to get set up for the turn. And then all of a sudden, that slightest tap is all it takes, and bam. Oh! I know what it's like in that car, man. It does not feel good, although I'll usually wreck really hard in Daytona. We're going to get it back around here. We're going to show you one more replay of that. This was right as they were going off the line. See if we can pull it up here real quick. Currently we're having some troubles here. We're still getting the cameras all situated out. Don't worry, folks. We'll be back up here in just a minute. We're just trying to get the camera just right and making sure we have the right driver on to show you exactly what happened in this case. Nope, I guess we're not going to get it, so we're just going to leave it alone. Alright. Well, I mean, this was not the results we were expecting, and I don't think this was the results anyone was even counting on. But Tyler Hunt right now, he's currently still out there. He's going to try to get his time back and try to get his car into pit road. That Home Depot machine with the affordable SEO on the side, as well as, hey, look at that little PTM Racing TV sticker on the side there. That's awesome of you, Tyler. Thanks again for the support there, buddy. You know, tough break for him though, and a tough, but there's also been a lot of tough breaks for these other drivers here tonight. none of them really have. I don't think anyone's really been able to come squeaky clean out of any of this. I think everybody at some point has gotten loose or had some kind of trouble with this track. We know earlier that Wiggins had a serious meltdown issue in the steering itself. They got it back into the pits and fixed it immediately. Turns out it was a broken axle rod in the car. That once instant repairs were fixed up on there, it was ready to go and back to green flag racing. Kyle Hanna, he's fallen back further in the pack, but he is now maintaining a stretch and working his way back into this, trying to get something going. And then of course you got Nicholas Wilson here. Old Saint Nick has been just pushing that car to its limit each time. He's been ahead with Tyler Hunt. He's been back a little further, and it's just been an absolute doghound for him to get out of the doghouse and try to get into the pound and get in to the from the outhouse to the White House. And he's done exactly that. He's in third place right now. He's looking to get the lead. He's looking to get this win in. I believe this will be win number 1 for Mr. Hanna or Nicholas Wilson. I don't know why I keep calling him Nichols. I mean, Nicholas, if you don't mind that nickname, I'll give that to you, but I don't know why I keep calling you Nichols. I'm sorry. Byron Barletta. Byron Bartlett. I don't know why I say Barletta either. Maybe it's just my bad American accent. I don't know. But anyway, Byron Bartlett in the BB Racing number 7. The St. Louis Cardinals machine of David Castelli. He's now up in 6th. I think the family might be not with us right now at the moment. But if you're watching this back later, just know your boy is right now. He's in it. He's fighting. He hasn't quit yet. And that is the true sign of a true professional driver, is when you don't give up. This next time by, we don't know if it'll be the last. We don't know if it'll be the end. We just know that making a maneuver now is going to be even more hard than it was the last time. Alright. Well, ladies and gentlemen, just a real quick, a little friendly reminder to you that tomorrow night, not only are we back with Pedal to the Metal and PTM Racing TV showcasing the Legend Series before their week off, but also it's doubleheader week once again because the Mississippi Dirt Boys are back in action. After making up Tuesday night, they're back on regular scheduled programming for Thursday as they take on Lanier National Speedway's Dirt Series. And if there's one thing that this Crusader can tell you, that track is fun, but when they break down, they're going to be a pain. So I am very interested to see how it all plays out for those guys next time out tomorrow night. And then, of course, Friday night. No, it's not the WWE. No, it's not the NBA. It is Split Decision Racing League's Triple Threat Series, as we will bring the Cup, the Xfinity, and the trucks on a track that, honestly, nobody in their right mind would have thought to do. We're going to Bristol Motor Speedway for an all-out battle for those 3 cars series. I can't wait to see that. Those guys are an absolute blast to watch, and on Bristol of all things, that is going to be insane to see. And then Saturday night, the Flyby Cup Series is back. And not only are they back, they're back with a vengeance as they look to take on the tricky triangle itself of Pocono. And then Sunday night, we will start the week off for the street stocks and PTM. But we will be back in action in due time after that. Right now, though, 11 to go. Matty Watkins is your race leader. Right off the bat, he's got the early advantage there, early jump. Kyle Milligan trying to get something going there in that 482, trying to work him on in, trying to get the Martini, number 42, up in to the leaderboard for the first time tonight. He has got company, though. He's got that number 4 of Kyle Hanna. Kyle Hanna, the driver that, in my opinion, nobody expected to get in there and fight him off with. He's looking to challenge him. Just coming by. They come by around now, turn 4. 10 to go. The flagman's got 2 hands up. They know what's coming. Working him on down now. Kyle Hanna starting to see a bit of a gap here. He's starting to see the opening. You're on board here with Mr. Hanna. Oh, look at this now. Down inside there. He makes the move there on the inside there of Milliken. He opened up the door. He opened up the Racing Bible. He found his verse. He slings it straight down to the bottom. Side by side they go now. Turn 3 going into 4 with Milliken. Kyle Hanna now has the second place spot away. Hanna looking to maybe get the win that nobody expected from the outhouse to the White House. Not a Cinderella story. This one's just one story that he wants to write up his own way. And what a way to do it if he can hold out just a little longer and catch back up with Watkins. But does Watkins have enough time to get the momentum going? Look at this now. Now Nicholas Wilson now works to the inside there. Milliken can't get back down quick enough. Wilson has opened up the door. He's opened up his Racing Bible. He found the right verse. He found the right timing. Now he's going to take up for the first spot. He goes up to the front. The teammates are making a charge. The teammates will give it everything they got this time by. Hanna and Wilson, 2 teammates, gonna do battle and try to get up to Watkins. They're running out of time though. There's only 8 laps remaining. Don't tune out yet, folks. Get some folks in here. Bring them on in. Let them see this finish. Because Kyle Hanna is starting to wear down the gap of Watkins. They'll work him on down turn 1. They work him into turn 2. You can see how much run he is trying to get onto Watkins. Watkins is opening up the door a little bit more there because Hanna is starting to hold that inside line a little bit more there. And that seems to be the part that's helping him out to get him back into contention here. He still has to follow the line of the track. He has to make sure he doesn't do anything completely ridiculous. And speaking of ridiculous, Byron Bartlett, unfortunately, is in the wall. The cautions come out. That's going to signify the green-white checkered finish. Not what you wanted to see if you're Kyle Hanna or if you are the 99 of Watkins. But let's go to the replay and find out what happened to Byron here on this one. Looks like this one got a little interesting this time around. Looks like a little bit of a hiccup there. From the 8 of Mark Sikorsky. Let's see if Mark Sikorsky here. Whoa! He got right in there on that rear, and the front end just completely tagged him up. And Hunt, yet again, it seems like every time out, he just cannot catch a break here. We're going to go on board here and see what happened with Sikorsky. If maybe he just overdrove it, or maybe he just wasn't quite aware where he was at with Bartlett. You're going to see it right coming down out of the back stretch. You're going to see them battling here. Bartlett got the better run, though. It looked like Sikorsky was not even set up for the turn. No, he was not. He did not back off nearly enough, and the turn itself ended up causing him trouble and time issues there. And that hood definitely was about ready to fly off. We'll just say that. Nonetheless, this is one crazy finish. I don't think any of us were expecting a strong start, a pretty decent middle, and now the end is all but which way to Sunday. It's all over the place, but that's just how racing works sometimes. Some serious damage though on Sikosi there. Sikosi's got some big problems. You can hear that right side just absolutely cranking up and cramming in there. I don't know if he's going to try to run it like that or what he's going to do, but that might not be the smartest move in my opinion. So as I said before, green, white, checkered finish this time around. And boy, howdy, this could be a doozy, to say that right now. So, for those that are still with us, and those that are just not watching from the replay, the demons of Japan are definitely showing their ugly fangs and their horrific faces to these drivers, and the track has completely all but tore up and been tore up by these guys. I'm trying to run every last bit of inch to the ground here as we work them on in for one more time around and try to get this one finished out here. But boy, howdy, this could be interesting here. I believe we'll go one to go this time by. Nope, not quite yet. We're going to do it next time, for what I've been told. I know my producers are usually bad at telling me things, but I swear they're telling me the right thing this time. We will be good this next time by. Everybody getting all situated out. Everyone getting ready to go. It has been an all-out war, to say the least, for these guys. Nothing left on the table, nothing left out there for these guys that has not been said before. Truly Old School League is definitely out to show everyone that they are here to stay, but nonetheless right now anyway, the track is, well, in a traditional sense, and I need no pun intended with the cultural ideas, but right now this track has absolutely tore these guys apart. In and out. This time around, green, white, checkered finish. This is the last, this might be one of the only chances they're going to get. You gotta wonder is what's going through their mind. What is peeking through the mind of Watkins, Hanna, Wilson, those three, and Milliken, and even now Castelli. What do you think? What goes through your mind? How do you work this around? What on earth do you have to do to make sure you claim victory here right now? If I was them, all that would be going through my mind right now is just don't miss the shift. Don't miss the pedal. Don't miss the clutch. Focus on those as soon as that green flag flies out. Don't even think about anything else. We've all been in their shoes. We all know what it's like. We all know what they're going to do here. this time around, this may be the end of it all. We're going to see it this time by. Can Watkins hold out for the first time this season and get the win? Or will Kyle Hanna get his first race in a while now here in the ARCA Series? Or will Wilson finally be able to top them all off? The green flag is out. Work them on down the front straightaway here. One the next time by, the white flag comes with it. Castelli trying to battle there with Kyle. Kyle Milken right now. Milliken trying to hold his own here, trying to hold him off and trying to keep him in a position here. He's got to try to help out some teammate action here. That's Castelli. That's Cook now trying to work his way up into the top spot. Look at Cook get a huge run there, but drove it way too far in deep. He's going to have to try to hope that sticks around a little bit. Watkins is getting a little bit of help. We're down the green white flag. The white flag is out this time by. You can see Wiggins getting loose there. He's trying to work his way around Castelli. Castelli opens the door up a little bit. They're going to go side by side down turn 2. Castelli trying to hold his own, trying to get a top 5 victory. The top 5 is looking to be in sight now, but he's got 2 more turns. Meanwhile, Watkins is trying to hold off for just 1 more turn after this one. They come down turn 3. They'll go turn 4. Matty Watkins, for the first time this season, will win it all here at the Twin Ring Motegi. Here at Motegi, here at the Motegi, Japan. Holy smokes, what a race and what a finish, to say the least. Kyle Hanna with a close second, and Nicholas Wilson a close third. Fourth going to Wiggins. Fifth is going to go to Milliken, it looks like, and sixth going to go. Nope, fifth is going to go to Castelli, excuse me. Wiggins gets 6. 7, I couldn't tell. Dustin Holsworth will get 8th. 9 goes to Byron Bartlett. 7 goes to Mark Cook in this case, and then we'll go round back him out. Yep, and then Mark Sukosi, 10th. Justin Cope, 11th. And what a win there for that man right there, Matty Watkins, and the number 99, your race winner in this Superflow machine. Maybe a bit of a heartbreaker to say the least for some of these guys. I gotta believe though, those teammates right there gotta be happy with that finish. What a battle and what a showing for those drivers here tonight. Easy now, Watkins. You got cars right beside you, buddy. But if I can still, though, I would like to talk with, whoops, didn't mean to get that up there, my bad. I still would like to talk with our good friend over at David Castelli and talk to him about that race there and how it ended for him. Top 2 there. If he's okay with it anyway, if he wants to talk. But nonetheless, let's go down pit side. We're bringing him on in. Here we go. We're down pit side now here, and I gotta believe these teammates gotta be happy with it. But first, let's start it off with the number 53. That is Nicholas Wilson. Nicholas, man, you had a heck of a car out there. You challenged Tyler Hunt quite a few times, got around him actually a few times, and then all of a sudden the cautions restarted. What was going through your mind?
After that last one with Dustin, when we rode up the track, I was just, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But, after that, we just kind of had to bear down and try and get to the finish. So I'm glad that Kyle was able to get out, to get a second place finish. He's been working real hard, and he did not get rewarded for it lately. But so we're looking good.
Looking good, but it just didn't quite go that way here tonight. But nonetheless, you still were able to hold it out with your fellow friend and teammate. And I got to admit, that was some great racing y'all had at the end there and try to hold it out. But who do you want to thank here for that podium finish?
Yeah, we're pretty excited about both being on the podium. And we're excited that we got our matching paint schemes. And, we sashimi and soy sauce or whatever you want to say. Not shake and bake because we're in Japan, but there it is.
I mean, it works out in the end, right?
All right.
Does anybody you want to thank outside your teammate there for the win, bud? Or
I want to say give my condolences to David for his, his dad just passed, and as we named the race after him. And I'm hoping he just, him and everybody, I hope they're all feeling all right.
I think they'll be all right with their finish here tonight. I'm still kind of hoping he'll come and talk with us just for a second, just to kind of give him some airtime and kind of give him a little help and condolences and say a word for him and his family. But nonetheless, man, congratulations here tonight. What a third place finish and what a battle to say the least. We'll see you next time out, right?
All right, thanks, Christian. See you
Nope.
next week.
No problem. Nicholas Wilson, everybody in the 53, your third place finisher here tonight. Now his teammate, we're bringing him on in, Kyle Hanna in that number 4 machine. Kyle, you started strong. You had a bit of a break. You had a breakthrough and you got put back. All of a sudden, finally, you get the big run and a big moment in there as you were able to push it up into the second place spot, just falling short of Matty Watkins. But I got to believe this was something for you here tonight.
Yeah, Christian, I'm feeling pretty good about it. Made a rookie mistake on that restart and misread it and ended up jumping it and got that black flag. But we came back strong. Nick and I put in a lot of work on these cars, and I think all in all, we made a pretty good showing. Mistakes happen, but happy with my performance and happy to be on the podium with Nick.
It definitely was a good podium finish and a good race to say the least there. And nonetheless, man, I honest to God, I thought if you didn't have if you had a few more laps there, you and your teammate Nick were actually going to really get up there with these guys and really start to give it a last minute run there on Matty. But Watkins is just, man, he just held you out just a little bit too much there at the end, so he just ran out of laps. It looked like.
Yeah, I had a lot of hope there that we wouldn't get those cautions. My car, I feel like it holds pretty strong through about 40 laps. So I was hoping we wouldn't get some of those cautions, but races happen, and some of those cautions helped me get back on the lead lap. So can't complain too much. But it was for sure an exciting race.
Absolutely, indeed. Well, we asked Nick who you want to thank. He thanked you as well. So I got to ask, who do you want to thank here for your second place finish tonight?
Hey, I'm a thank Nick, and again, shout out to him for that excellent paint scheme. I'd like to thank my mom and dad for raising me, and I'd like to also take a moment to give my condolences to David for the loss of his father. That's pretty tough, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll get with him in here in a little bit. We're going to talk with Matty real quick before we go to him. But Kyle, that was a heck of a race and great shootout to the end, working your way from the outhouse to the White House. Congratulations on a podium finish and its second place finish of all things here tonight.
Thank you so much, Christian.
Absolutely. Kyle Hanna, second place finisher here tonight. All right, folks, before we get to David, we're talking with our race winner here tonight. That is, sorry, I got the wrong one here. Okay, now we're down here at Victory Lane finally. Sorry about that. We had a little miscommunication there. I blame the producers. But this is Matty Watkins, your race winner. And Matty, I don't think anyone's got to be more stoked to get this one here tonight than you. Man, you had to hold off some serious competitors and some tough hombres that last few laps.
I had no idea what to expect coming here. I've never just downloaded the track today. A friend of mine worked on a setup last night. He said it was decent. We made a couple changes in practice, made just a small change in tire pressure and whatnot. But those last few laps, I just tried to make sure I hit the restart. I think if I hit the restart, it'd give me a chance for them to not catch me, and it worked out.
It worked out perfectly indeed for you, man. And it's hard to believe. I mean, I downloaded the track just today too, but I mean, Motegi's tough, man. I'll give you guys credit where credit's due. I don't know how the heck y'all figured this stuff out and figured these things in so well, but this track is tough, and y'all just managed to hold out as long as you did. I think, in all honesty, that's a race in its own right. That's impressive.
250 miles here. It's there's a lot of speed, and with it being flat, so you gotta, especially turn 3, you cannot miss your mark, or you're gonna wash up the track. You gotta be careful. You use up your tires. That one long green flag run, I think I was down to 48%. I was basically just in ride mode, so we didn't really turn up the wick until here the last few laps. But this place was brutal on tires, so you had to be really careful not to overrun turn 3, and really was free off of turn 2 and had to make sure you didn't hit that line, otherwise it would upset the car. But it's a very fun, difficult track. It was a lot of fun to race.
It was indeed. It was. I mean, as much as it was difficult, it was a heck of a lot of fun to call. But I gotta ask you, Matty, if you're finally in victory lane, who do you want to thank?
Kyle Milliken. I think he finished fourth tonight. He put in the work last night. I instead watched some Netflix and enjoyed myself. So he gave me the setup. He made the changes. So it was fun.
It was fun indeed, but you know what? Hey, the setup worked. You put it in, got it figured out, and the track seemed to hold up just well for you in that car. So, the win here tonight. Congratulations on your win, bud. All right.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your race winner here tonight, the 99 of Manny Watkins. Before you go, though, folks, we want to have a word real quick with our good friend and colleague here, David Castelli. David, top 5 finish here tonight. First time I think we've seen you in the top 5 this season. But I mean, I know this race was named after your dad, and you know it's good to have you finally on here tonight with us. But I gotta ask you, what was going through your mind this entire time with this race here? Seems he didn't quite have his mic on ready here. Here, hold on a minute. Dave, you got a word, bud?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, bud, how you doing?
Doing all right.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, just I want to bring you in real quick. Top 5 finish. What an incredible finish here tonight for you. I know you had a lot going on in your head, and you had a lot on your shoulders tonight. But you know, I just wanted to real quick tell you that you had family here tonight. You had a lot of people rooting you on and going for it. And a top 5 finish, man. I think y'all made someone pretty proud up there.
Yeah, thank you. The car was not handling the way I wanted to at the start, but a little bit of adjustments with the tire pressure and track bar, and it came in there late.
It came in there late, but you know what? There's always that old saying, better late than never, and it really did seem to show here tonight. And you know, you gotta say, man, that looked pretty good to the end. That was pretty strong for a finish. So, who do you want to thank real quick for that finish here tonight?
I mean, I'd like to thank obviously my dad because I wouldn't be here without him. Um, Thank you to Kyle for, or not Kyle, but Mark for putting this on. Um, I mean, he didn't have to put it under my dad's name, but he did, and then I greatly appreciate it. Um, I mean, there's a lot of people to thank, but too little time to actually do it. But I mean, it was a great race. I actually enjoyed it. Had fun. Um, I mean, all in all, it was probably my best. It was my best finish of the year, and I'm glad it had to be with my dad's memorial race. So
I honestly gotta believe, man. I mean, I'm getting a little choked up right now here in the booth, but I gotta believe that he was riding with you this whole time. I think he had a little bit of a hand on your shoulder to make sure you raced that race the way you were supposed to, buddy. But nonetheless, I think you made a lot of people proud tonight. I know you're gonna see a lot of family members on the stream later and see all the root and support they gave to you. They definitely were going for you here tonight, man. They wanted you to give it all. So I think he did just that. So congratulations on top 5 finish, and we'll see you next time out, bud.
all right, thank you.
All right, David Castelli, everyone, in the number 24, your 5th place finisher here tonight, and the son of the man that this was named after here tonight for these drivers. Trying to stay classy, guys. I'm trying to. I know I feel that for him, man. It's hard. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the end of the night here tonight. Appreciate everybody that tuned in here tonight and everyone that tunes in each and every time out here. Y'all are great. God bless y'all. Thank you so much. I'm just going to say this before I give the sponsor thing. If you got a loved one out there you haven't seen in a while, go see them. You don't know how long you have someone, and you don't know how long you're going to be with someone. And this family right here, we may all be racers, we may all be drivers, competitors, but we're family. We stick together and we help out everybody and stay together till the end. Always understand that, always know that, but know that no day is ever given. Be there for anyone and everyone you can. So, On behalf of all of us here at PTM Racing TV, again, we want to say our condolences to the Castelli family and a very special, classy move on the face of Old School League for having this as the Mike Castelli Special 250 tonight. We thank you guys for allowing us to come out, and we thank you again. Real quick before we go, because otherwise we'll get yelled at. We're going to give a little word to our sponsor here. Affordable SEO tonight did sponsor the race and bring out everything for these guys to outrank your competition online. Affordable SEO and Marketing is a full-service SEO and digital marketing agency. Their agency is committed to helping small businesses by increasing their online traffic, getting them the leads to help their company grow. Get your company to rank #1 on the biggest search engines like Google, Bing, and Yahoo by calling up the search engine optimization experts at 315-753-8000. Again, to get all that done, call the search engine optimization experts at 315-753-8000. The services provided are the web design, pay-per-click advertising, logo design, business cards, shirts, hats, pens, candy, you name it. It's time today you outrank your competition online. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got to end it somewhere. So, again, tune in for the league races coming up this week. We'll be live the entire week, all the way till the end of Sunday. So, from all of us here at PTM Racing TV, God bless to the Castellis tonight. God bless to you all at home. Be safe. Take care. Good night, everybody.